first.
If somebody brings me home, tell me I'm not lost out at sea. Tell me they are listening to me, feeling misplaced. Someone rescue me. Someone rescue me. If someone take me, I'm between two different things. Yeah, I'm thinking too much, I'm bursting at the seams. Tell me I'm not lost out at sea. Tell me they are listening to me, feeling misplaced. Someone rescue me. Someone rescue me. If someone take me, I'm floating. Someone
Gaming Morning Show.
Ah, the sounds of morning.
Early in the morning,
Birds singing.
gotta feed the donkey.
The sun peeking above the
When you
horizon.
feed the donkey,
The gentle nudge from your morning alarm clock.
this is what he says.
A subtle reminder that today is a new day. A new day for you to watch Gaming Morning Show. The show where you'll find science lessons.
Says, when I bake bread, I give thousands of yeast organisms false hope by feeding them sugar before ruthlessly cooking them to death in an oven and eating their corpses. Wow.
I thought you
think
were
about bread a whole new way.
I thought you were about to say orgasms for a second there. Did either of you ever have that happen when you were in like biology class and you're reading?
Have
the
an orgasm?
text?
I've never orgasmed during
The biology text doesn't
Never.
do that for you. It's like, oh yeah.
Great deals.
computers and accessories
Wait,
special bundle.
Mike, they got the super chroma color in. Did you know they had that? You
I know.
overpaid for your computer.
By a lot. I wonder if, do you think they price match?
They might. Well, this is half off.
Can you take a screenshot of this and try to get a store price match?
And linguistic perfection.
Is that like when I roll my R's?
Good.
Romance.
Great.
Romance. See, everyone?
Romance.
It's not a hiss.
So let me hear your battle cry.
Kiki. Oh!
Kiki what?
As we all charge into Gaming Morning Show.
More like Kiki. Whoa, am I right?
Now, if only I could find a way out of this box. I'll catch up. 'Cause GMS starts right now.
Morning, gamer. There we go. That looks better. It's Friday, October 8th, 2021. This is Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. That is Sean. I am Hefty Goof. It is good to see everybody hanging out with us in the chat and in their dreams.
You're Friday.
Did you know that GMS is now in your dreams?
Yeah, that's happened before.
Oh yeah, okay. I mean, as long as we're just hanging out in your head 24 hours a day, that's all we're trying to do. That's it, though. Okay?
Live and breathe GMS.
That's pretty much it. Everything else, it's fine. Okay, don't worry about anything else. This is Gaming Morning Show. We did mention it's Friday. I am Friday. It's good to see you. Sean, you were a fantastic human being. I'm happy you're here because we're going to talk music today.
I like music.
I think like I should give you 3 guesses when I saw this question on Twitter. What album has 2 or more great songs to start the record? I think I should give you like 3 guesses who I'm thinking. And I say that because, as you know, I'm not very well versed in the world of music. And so I pretty much have like 4 bands that I've ever listened to. And I feel like if I give you those 3 guesses, you'll be able to figure out which one came to mind.
I only need 1 guess. And when we're talking music, the only person you're ever going to think about is Britney Spears.
Ooh, that's a good guess. That's a good guess. We're going to talk about that. Okay, chat. This is from Twitter. What album has 2 or more great songs to start a record? So it's not actually the thing that's trending. You want to know what's trending to get me to this stage? Peter Gabriel. Apparently, Peter Gabriel had a dynamite start to an album. According to this, it's apparently the Rhythm of the Heat in San Jacinto, and I Have the Touch. This is Peter Gabriel / Security. I'm literally reading the words that are on my screen because I have no clue what I'm talking about at all.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I mean, I know who Peter Gabriel is, but
I've heard of Peter Gabriel. I don't know who Peter Gabriel is.
Yeah.
Was Peter Gabriel in a band?
No, he sang that one song.
Nice.
Carly Rae Jepsen and Garfunkel.
Oh, that's right, Bob. I forgot. Peter Gabriel was in Jepsen and Garfunkel. You can look.
He
it up.
was Jepsen.
Yeah, this whole time you thought it was Carly Rae Jepsen. That's where Carly Rae got the inspiration for her name. Was through Jepsen and Garfunkel, led by Peter Gabriel. Sure. Figure it out. Kate Zaid is here this morning. KJ is here as well. Sorry it's your Tuesday. Whose are these? We got Soreness as the hellos from Kate Zaid today. Oh, I think we rated them once. Yeah, Sorousness. No, maybe not. Maybe we'll rate them today. I don't know. Those are cute emotes. Either way, thank you for being with us wherever that is. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and GamingMorningShow.tv. Coming up, we will have birthdays this day in gaming history. We'll do the Gaming Morning Show morning gaming news, give you the video game headlines of the day. And then we're going to take you to Georgia, where naturally there's a python that was on someone's back porch.
As Georgia does.
Also, some sad news out of culinary TV land. A long-running face of Food Network is not coming back to the network after the contract expires end of the year. So, never again will you see my face on Food Network. I'm sorry.
It's too bad. It's too bad.
I watch a lot of. I don't watch a lot of episodic TV, but when I do, I sound like the Dos Equis guy. I don't always watch TV, but when I do, I watched a lot of Food Network.
Yeah, Food Network's pretty solid.
It's good for just kind of having something on.
Yep, it's just there.
There were a couple things like Buddy versus Duff that I kind of got sucked into, where I was like, I gotta see what happens, but I only watched it because I could binge it, right? Like I could finish it in like 4 days, as opposed to like watching week by week by week by week by week by week. So,
Makes sense.
I like food. Food's good.
Food is yummy. Food Network and then Game Show Network were my go-tos when I just needed something like on in the background.
Why didn't we have Buffalo Wild Wings yesterday?
It was busy.
I know.
Always
like
busy.
So, I settled
now
on.
I still want Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, we could do it today. It just wouldn't be Boneless Thursday, you know? So.
Boneless Friday.
Yeah. Boneless Thursday carryover. That's the marketing.
It's KJ's Tuesday. Can we get boneless KJ's Tuesday?
I'll make a call. It's World Octopus Day, Egg Day, International Podiatry Day. Podiatry, help me.
Feet.
Pierogi Day. That's like dumplings that have potatoes in them.
Mm-hmm.
That sound right?
Nailed it.
Vet Nurse Day, not Wet Nurse Day, but Vet, Vet Nurse Day. American Touch Tag Day. What other versions of tag are there?
Tag.
Oh no,
You're it.
damn it. What other versions of tag are there? Like, I know that you
No
play
tag packs.
freeze tag, but you still have to touch the
Sure.
person to freeze them.
Right.
Oh, I know.
Flashlight tag.
Okay, there you go. I was gonna say, as opposed to dart tag, which is a very popular elementary school game, you just give every kid darts and shooters, and then
You're hit. Hey, wake up. Hey. Poke, poke. You okay? You're it.
International Off-Road Day. He wants to go off-road. That's an Ace Ventura line. What the heck? National Fluffernutter Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's marshmallow and peanuts.
That sounds right.
Okay. And National Hero Day, baby. I can be your hero, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that falsetto.
False. Edo.
Yikes. All right, we got all those days of the day. You know, Octopus Day would have been fun, but like, ever since I saw that one video, remember when we talked about the woman who was holding a blue octopus?
Oh, yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
just was like, hey, look, an octopus. This octopus looks cool. Like, I always imagined the dangerous octopi, whatever, were like, I'd have to be pretty far into the ocean, right? Like, oh, you can eat me. I didn't expect to know that, like, I could be on the shoreline, and then all of a sudden I find this really pretty octopus and be like, I'm going to hold this thing that's as small as a kitten and die.
Yeah. That's why you just got to visit octopuses at the zoo, the aquarium, and then you know they're safe.
Just a sec, my cord's tangled. Ah, no! I said just a sec. Do we have... Oh, is Vinny not playing?
No, he's just sitting there, too.
Come on, Vinny. We need you. Yeah, aquarium. Or in Finding Dory. That's where you get your octopi, okay? In those two places. Way to set a trap for them. I circled that ball. and they knew that it was going to be impossible. Oh, no! All right, anyway.
We really need Vinny to do something.
Peanut butter and marshmallow cream sandwich. That's what Fluffernutter is? Ugh. Like, have you ever eaten that marshmallow cream stuff, like the marshmallow jet puff paste that comes in a container?
In a tub?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it before. I don't dislike it, but I also have never really gone out of my way to get it. And I like marshmallow and marshmallow things. That's fun. But it's just never been a part of like my culinary repertoire.
I'm curious, what is the use case for that stuff? Like, why does it exist?
Well, I think you can use it in like cooking and baking. Like if you're trying to make marshmallow treats, like I think you can use it.
Oh,
I think some people just eat it too. Like my other brother-in-law would, when he was little, just eat a sandwich with just bread and that.
Oh, gross. Oh, no. I really, really used my whole body to push that into the goal. I didn't know I was playing on a Kinect system. Really leaned into that one. I don't know. That sounds just not like... Listen, we've done peanut butter and cheese on the show, and that sounds worse still than the marshmallow sandwich. But I can imagine it being good. Like maybe for a snack, you take graham crackers, okay, and then you put that stuff in between, and you make like little graham cracker marshmallow sandwiches. Like that can be fine.
Like a cold s'more, but without the chocolate.
I mean, you could get maybe some like Nutella, and then you kind of have like the makings of a cold complete s'more sandwich. Because they don't make like I guess they make like a chocolate sauce. You could kind of drizzle some of that in there. Drizzle.
Do they make a like a spread that's like Nutella consistency but is just chocolate?
K-Laugh. I don't think K-Laugh reported for duty this morning, but you know who did? It's Quiet.
Good morning.
Good morning, Quiet I Am Gaming. It's good to see you. KJ thinks Trader Joe's might.
So we should get some of that and some of the floof. And make some s'mores. S'mores.
Trader Joe's.
That's the technical term, right?
Yeah.
Marshmallow floof.
Marshmallow floof. And take 4 cups of marshmallow floof and throw it on your sandwiches. Yeah, for some reason Trader Joe's got the Paw Patrol treatment from me. That's their new slogan, or new theme song, excuse me. Trader Joe's, go, 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 go.
Do you have to be there on the double? Or is Trader Joe's there on the double?
Yeah, Trader Joe's is there for you. They'll take care of the on the double part. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate. Ooh, Hershey's apparently makes a plain chocolate spread. KJ, you're crushing substitute K-Laugh so far this morning. Apparently, though, Quiet I Am Gaming is upset because today is a day off. And up already. I mean, it is 9:20 on the East Coast, so... I mean, you go for a jog this morning. Maybe go have some brunch, some mimosas.
Oh. I've decided that I don't want to go to work today. That's what I've decided. I want to go back to bed. It's a good go back to bed day.
Yeah. Hey, Quiet, you're doing really well. I'm actually surprised how much of our audience is not a morning group, right? Like many people in our audience is like, I'm not really a morning person. Oh, well, thanks for being here. I mean, I'm clearly a morning person. Like, I'm good at being awake in the morning. I got up at 4:15 this morning.
Ugh.
You mean, woo, that's awesome.
Ugh.
Myrtle, you missed. Nice try. No, we all get up to see you. I feel fortunate, Quiet, that I am not that person. I can go back to sleep no matter what. Quiet said, I'd love to go back to sleep, but I'm one of those people that once I'm up, I'm up. Maybe that's why I'm good at doing the morning thing, though, because I can fall asleep, like, at any given moment. So I always have, like, good opportunity to nap.
Right. I think you're just wired differently.
I think I am, too. I'd be a good candidate for experiments. That was not what I was expecting. That person flew all the way to the ceiling and dropped it down.
That guy ruined the other person's attempts at scoring a goal.
We got Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News after this, by the way. Confirmed. Oh, no, I missed. This is the most elusive ball in Rocket League history. No one hit it on that left side. It was scary. That's all right. It's Gaming Morning Show. It's also 6:22 West Coast time, 9:22 out in the East. It is 2:22 for those watching in the UK. All right, so we're asking you, chat. This is also, we're not asking you this. This came from Twitter. We're passing it on. What album has 2 or more great songs to start the record, okay? So you said that you think I would have chosen Britney Spears.
Uh-huh.
I am a Britney Spears expert. Okay. That is a good choice. My first inkling was to go to the following. All I want to be with you. I owe you. Because I figured Hooty and the Blowfish, Cracked Rear View, had Hold My Hand and Let Her Cry very early in the track list. And I was hoping that it'd be 1 and 2. Okay. Turns out it is not. Hold My Hand and Let Her Cry are tracks 2 and 3. Now, for all I know, that first track on Hooty and the Blowfish's first album, Cracked Rear View, is like one of those like 20-second intro tracks, right? So I would still hope that maybe I'm close, but that is not the case. So then I turned the page, accepted my rejection, and looked at Britney Spears. And sure enough, the first 2 tracks on Britney's debut album are Baby One More Time and You Drive Me Crazy.
Knew it.
That's not bad. It's not bad. Now, more sophisticated musical people on Twitter answered this question with things like, I don't know, Abbey Road, which is by a band called The Beatles.
So anytime you talk about like music related stuff, you got to check in on the Beatles to see if it applies. And Abbey Road's pretty good. I prefer the opening of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band because it opens with the title track and then with a little help from my friends and then right into Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Like the opening few songs of that album are pretty stellar.
And I realized
Getting Better is also good.
And I realized like this is a hard thing to talk about nowadays because there really aren't albums.
Don't exist anymore.
Yeah. I mean, they're there, but it's a playlist, right? It's not an album.
Yeah.
Born to Run was on this list, which is a Bruce Springsteen album, I'm pretty sure. And then The River, which I don't know what that is, but it says The Ties That Bind and Sherry Darling. So I don't know what those are. But that was a reply to somebody. This whole source is from that Eric Alper, who I believe is on SiriusXM, was the person who asked this verbatim question. What album has 2 or more great songs to start a record? So I would say, yeah, Britney Spears, probably greater than the Beatles is what I'm trying to say.
Nirvana, Nevermind
Uh-huh.
is pretty good. It opens up with Smells Like Teen Spirit, In Bloom, Come As You Are. It's a pretty good run.
Oh, that's like Come As You Are. That one, right?
That's, yep.
Okay.
That's the one.
I'm happy KJ mentioned NSYNC because I did start to look for NSYNC, but I just ran out of time. Okay. NSYNC No Strings Attached album has a good 1 and 2. I think that is an appropriate answer. So I will look that up while we bring you the news. It's time to figure it out. The headlines of the day, video game style. For that, here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Friday, October 8th, 2021, and this is your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. For the second day in a row, links aren't working. Bummer.
Get wrecked.
You'll
Lynx.
never know. You'll never know. So we haven't talked about this in a while, and there's been multiple reasons we haven't talked about this, but there isn't. Don't mind me. I'm kicking Ryan in the background. You can't see. He knows. Anyways, we haven't talked about this, but this was interesting. It's also a slow news day, so it was a good day to bring this up. But Warzone is just started its 6th season, and they have come out and announced that this will be the last season in Verdansk. So after this, Warzone fans will be saying goodbye to Verdansk. The news comes from Charlie Intel on Twitter, and it just simply says, Season 6 will be our last time in Verdansk. Raven Software confirms. Hashtag Warzone. So there you go. Where are they going to go in season 7? We'll see. This makes sense. It's 6 seasons on one map, and yeah, things have changed, but essentially one map is a lot. So we'll see where Warzone goes next. Maybe they'll just go right into Ghost Recon, and it'll be the same game.
I have very much retired from Warzone. I didn't hate the idea though that they hung around the same place for a very long time with like minor and sometimes fairly major map changes. As an Apex Legends fan, like I get really frustrated that I have to spend so much time on certain maps, and I kind of think it would be neat to have just one map. But I think that's one of those like you can't please everybody, right? The moment I say that, then I'm gonna be playing Apex and like I'm so sick of Kings, right? So I just think there's no winning in this respect.
No. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, and if Warzone continues to shine over the next couple seasons. We'll see. And our next news story of the day, Best Buy. You've all heard of Best Buy. It's a store. They're gonna have Nintendo Switch OLEDs in stock tomorrow. So if you're looking for a Switch upgrade, or if you're looking for your first Switch, this is definitely the one to go after. And it being new, it's gonna be hard to find for a while. So if you're trying to get one, Best Buy tomorrow, and that should actually be Best Buy today.
Oh.
Yeah, Best Buy today, because this did come out yesterday. So check Best Buy stores. Online only, I believe they're doing the same model they've used for the other current gen consoles, but check Best Buy.
So that's at Best Buy, right?
Best Buy.
Best Buy.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Best Buy.
Nintendo, you talked about how like apparently this was the tease for this whole thing was going to be the Switch Pro, right?
Yeah.
And then it was like, all right, here we go, Switch Pro announcement time, right? And they were like, hey, we put an OLED in it, right? That was kind of the gist.
It's slightly bigger.
Okay. So slightly bigger with an OLED, right?
Yeah, people were asking for the Switch Pro, and instead Nintendo's like, what about the Switch like Plus-ish?
Okay.
Just a little.
Like they started to write the plus sign, but they like stopped a little bit halfway through like the horizontal line.
It's like they released the Switch. Well, they on the boxes it says Switch Pro, but then they panicked and they're like, oh shoot, erase the Pro, and you could still tell like they wrote Pro there, but it's not actually written there anymore. That's kind of what it is.
Oh, gotcha. So it's kind of like when you're in kindergarten and you start erasing for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That's not my answer, but it's still visible.
Yep.
Cool. So they did that to the point where it confused out of me, because I kept hearing people talk about a Switch Pro and thinking that they actually put one out and then this is it, but it's not. And holy cow, I'm confused.
Yeah. Basically, the best way to think about this is just replacing the base model of the Switch. So in 6 months, you're not going to go into the store and see like the launch Switch and the Switch OLED. You're just going to go where are the Switches, and they're all going to be the OLED models. So price point, it's going to kind of be like where the regular Switch was for the most part. The Switch has seen some price reductions. So there you go.
KJ, what I just pasted in there is not going to help. Basically, it helps you see it in the sun better.
Yeah, it's a specific type of LED, and they tend to be higher quality. Like some of the nice screens, the PlayStation Vita had an OLED screen. They have blacker blacks, but it's slightly bigger. In our last news story of the day, the first Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City trailer has arrived, and most people are having pretty mixed reactions. It doesn't look great, but it looks like what I think most people are wanting from a Resident Evil movie. It gives me high quality made for TV vibes, maybe like Netflix original vibes. But they've had the budget of like a major motion picture, so it should probably look better than that. But it doesn't. It kind of has that feel to it. But it looks like they're staying true to the first 3 games. You're getting some of the big set pieces from the first games, including the mansion and the police station, and so it looks like it's going to give everyone that like constant referral of back to the games, which people I think will be really excited about. Is it going to be a good movie? Probably not, but it should be a lot of fun just because it's going to be at least seemingly more tied to the actual games.
When they decide to adapt games to a movie or a TV show, why don't they just try to make it look the same in the first place? Because this screenshot from this Game Informer story looks like the iconic image when you first encounter a zombie in the first Resident Evil. But it took us how many Resident Evil movies to get to this stage?
Yeah. And I think after we see this, it'll be clear why they don't just take the video game and they're like, let's just adapt this for the movie. Because if you go back and you watch the Resident Evil games, the first 3, like the dialogue, the storyline isn't great. The voice acting,
the dialogue of that first
not
Resident
stellar.
Evil, that needed an Oscar.
So I think what they run into is they're like, people forgive these shortcomings when you're playing a game. For the most part, we're getting, our standards are getting raised. But you'll forgive some of those things if the game itself is fun, and then it's just kind of campy and you roll with it and it's funny. But then you watch it in a movie and it just doesn't work the same. Also, I'm glad that they're combining the first 2 to 3 games into a movie, because could you imagine how boring if they just tried to do the first game as a movie? Like, well, you just can walk around a mansion like solving puzzles and stuff. Like, that'd be a boring movie.
Be boring if they did Biohazard 2, because that game was stupid boring. I wasn't even scared in that movie or that game.
So we'll see how this is. Like I said, I don't expect it to be a fantastic movie, but it does look like it's gonna be a lot of fun, and especially for those that enjoy the Resident Evil games, there will be plenty there to enjoy. And always last but never least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News, with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. Rain City is out on Xbox One. Night Reverie is out on PC. Metroid Dread is out on Switch. That's one worth checking out. The return of a side-scrolling Metroid game. Looks pretty spooky for October time. Tetris Effect Connected is out on Switch. Lord of the Click 2 is out on Xbox One. Enigmatis 3, The Shadow of Karhala, with a K, Karhala, out on Switch. Bouncy Bullets 2 is out on Switch. AAA Clock out on Switch, which I hope is more than just a clock.
It's a major studio release of a clock.
It's a really good clock. Medieval Tower Defense is out on Switch. Taroom is out on Switch. Peace, Death 2 is out on PC. And for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to The Adventures of Spunk Dodgers and Splat, out on Switch.
No, it's not. That's not the name of the game, right?
Sure is.
Spunk Dodgers
and Splat.
Since your links decided not to show up today, you're gonna have to tweet that out manually. Get wrecked.
Yeah, like
sorry,
a caveman.
Come on, Stream Deck. Get it together. Peace, Death with 2 exclamation points. Then the number 2 is pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie.
That was a good one too.
Yeah.
Bouncy Bullets 2. Those were all finalists until I got to The Adventures of Spunk Dodgers and Splat.
Why don't any of these games show up on a Monday? I mean, Bouncy Bullets 2, if you want a name of the morning, just release on a Monday.
Right?
Hey,
If only.
Quiet Eye Gaming, when I saw Spunk, it's like, okay, we're gonna have some problems here. Sure enough, Automod showed up. It's like, not gonna happen. Well, congratulations to The Adventures of Spunk Dodgers and Splat, out today for Switch. And if you go to Best Buy, you can play it on the Switch OLED. Just rolls right off the tongue there. Good job tweeting that. You did that like a pro. I'm proud of you.
Do what I can.
All right, if you missed any of this, just check us out on Twitter.
Hashtag GMS Name of the Morning.
That's all you have to do. That's the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. This is Gaming Morning Show, and it's 6:38 on the West Coast, 9:38 on the East, and it's 2:38 over in the UK. We do have a community birthday to celebrate today. Very excited about that. But right now we need to take you to Georgia, because Ben Hooper in Georgia tells us of a family who had a dog. There was a family who had a dog, and it was in Georgia. Georgia. I spelled Georgia wrong.
Pretty close.
So anyway, this dog's out last night, or one late night, and was like, man, this is not working the way that I'd hoped, because found a Burmese python. If anyone wants to look up the intricacies and the specifics of a Burmese python, I will take that information. Also, hopefully Burmese is spelled B-U-R-M-E-S-E, but I feel pretty good about that one. Although I'm watching this mispronunciation counter. Marietta resident Paul Hernandez told Ben Hooper, well, actually told WGCL TV via Ben Hooper, I hear my dog barking, and I went outside. Is that this python?
I don't think it's the one from the story, but I thought these were cute.
Oh,
They're
yes.
friends.
Of course, the other dog snake encounter. What the hell are we doing? I heard my dog barking. I went outside, and there was something black on her bed that she usually sleeps on. She was barking at it. She looked like she was trying not to eat it, but she looked like she just wouldn't leave it alone. Got the flashlight out. Oh, so this person couldn't see what this thing was initially. I turned on the flashlight, and it was a snake. It didn't look like a snake I'd ever seen before. Hernandez brought Alaska, which is, I believe, the dog's name, outside and waited for her father, Ben, to wake up about 7 a.m. Father and son went out in the backyard and discovered the snake was now slithering on a chair. Wait, they waited till 7 a.m. to address the issue?
Yep.
I'm so confused. I also don't know who the hell Alaska is. Anyway, when I saw her, I knew she was a... Oh, so Ben Hernandez is here. When I saw her, I knew she was a Burmese python because I had seen them on TV shows.
Okay.
Good for you, retaining knowledge. I like it.
Ben Hernandez, snake expert.
Apparently, they're not native to the U.S., but a population had been established in the wild in Florida, where they are considered an invasive species. Animal control officers said the snake was likely an escaped pet. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? If I am in my backyard, well, it did say backyard, so I guess I was thinking back porch, like this was an enclosed thing. Like, if I was in my back porch and there was a python hanging out, I wouldn't be like, nah, I'll go back to bed. I'll deal with that in the morning.
7 a.m. though.
Quiet. You mentioned you're not an early riser. If you go outside and found, I don't know, a Burmese python just kind of floating around, and ignore the fact that the python's floating.
Which you knew it was a Burmese python because you've seen them on the TV show.
Yes, that's true. National Burmese Python Day. I wouldn't go. I mean, quiet. Would you go back to bed? I know you're not up for early morning things. According to KJ, the Burmese python is one of the largest species of snakes. It's native to Southeast Asia and is listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List. Until 2009, it's considered a subspecies of Python molurus, but is now recognized as belonging to a distinct species. Okay. I'm happy that Quiet and I would have similar reactions. Be like, oh, that's a snake! I'm not going to go back to bed. A python. It's stories like that that just, again, reinforce my belief that I was designed to live in the Pacific Northwest. I just believe we lead the league in the fewest things that can kill you here. Like one time I was looking at, sometimes social media circulates these maps of the United States, and then each state is filled with something specific to that state. So
Right.
everyone's favorite fast food burger place, and then they'll have logos of all the fast food burgers. Right? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So one time there was one that was like the animal most likely to kill you in all 50 states. Okay. And in the state of Oregon, I think it was like a cougar. Okay. And like, don't get me wrong, I never want to encounter a cougar, right? But they happen very rarely. Okay.
Right. Cougar is probably not showing up on my back deck.
And if so, I'm not going back to bed. But anyway, there was one, I want to say it was in Louisiana, and the thing that it showed was a bug of some sort.
Oh.
Meaning, it was like, I can't remember, but it was some sort of insect that apparently is very deadly to humans. And I'm like, I don't want to run into that. Because it's small.
Right.
And maybe it like bites you and then you like die a slow death. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big fan of dying in general, but
I mean, anything can kill you.
that's true.
Bee
Rocket
could
League.
sting you. You could have a allergic reaction. That's it. You could slip down the stairs.
I'm sorry, we have a newt in the Pacific Northwest that can kill me? Was not aware of this. Where does one find this newt? Is it living in Mike O's office? Quiet says, okay, so question about the rain there. I think my problem with Florida rain is it's like every single day at the same time in the summer for summer months, which summer in Florida is like 5 months. I don't mind rain for a few days, a week long, as long as it's not the same time every day. So the Pacific Northwest rain, Quiet, is like someone turned on a faucet or a shower, and it just doesn't turn off for like 9 months. I mean, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but not too far off, right?
But having lived somewhere that doesn't rain, like Southern California, when it rains somewhere like that, and in Florida is pretty much the same from my experience. I've only been there like a total of a week and a half. But when it rains, it rains. Like, you don't go anywhere because it's just pouring down rain, and we don't have that very often here. Our rain here is just like a slight drizzle for 9 months.
Yes.
So everything's just wet for a majority of the year.
Yes.
So it's not as, like, when we moved here in California, for example, my parents were in the habit of like, oh, it's raining, we're just gonna stay home. Like, oh, we need to go grocery shopping. Oh, but it's raining. We'll do it tomorrow. You can't do that in Oregon.
Yeah, I like that. Just doesn't turn off for 9 months. And that's my preference. That's the thing that I like about living out here. I love the fact that it's just always kind of cloudy and moist. Whereas, like, I remember one time in Disney World, it just started raining, and it was like someone, yeah, I think to Sean's point, like, it was a drizzle here. In Florida, it was like someone just churned it on as hard as it could go. And it was super warm, which was delightful. It was like taking a warm shower in the middle of Disney World. I kept my clothes on. And it lasted for like 45 minutes, and then it just churned off, and it was sunny again. It was amazing.
Yeah. It's pretty fascinating.
Yeah. It definitely doesn't rain and pour here often. Good morning, Brendan. It's good to see you. Gaming Morning Show. We have a music question today. Topic of the day is, what album has 2 or more great songs, just absolutely great songs, to start the album? so quiet. Yeah, it's also colder. Like, the rain is cold. It's never like, this rain has increased the temperature. It's never warm.
But you never really need an umbrella.
True. Yeah, we're
Never-
very good at
never quite that
layering
bad.
here. I'm a brick wall. Can't get through me.
He's a brick
Wall.
wall.
It's so funny, KJ. I'll have people visit me from Montana. In fact, Jeff will visit me from Montana and be like, it's so humid. Like, no, it's not. But then I'll go back to Montana and I'll spend like a day there and my skin will look like dry clay. It's like, moisturizer. It's key. That's Sean. I am Ryan. 6:48 West Coast time, 9:48 on these. 2:40 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. I did appreciate we rated Sam, who works for Alpha Gaming, the other day, just because of that whole Twitch breach. Right? We wanted to send you somewhere to at least have someone talking about that. And Sam was like, "It's not. This is Gaming Morning Show. It's not morning here. It's the afternoon." We're like, we know, Sam.
We can't be in charge of what time it is there everywhere. We do what we want.
KJ says it isn't human here. I love that. No wet. Wet and humid are so different. Absolutely. Hefty, you'll be happy to know that the news is primarily found in Washington. You know what else is in Washington, KJ? Murder hornets. You laugh. They keep finding a whole bunch of nests there. Not a fan. So my answer to this question was Britney Spears, Baby One More Time, and You Drive Me Crazy. Not a bad 1-2 punch to start an album. However, KJ went through and did some research for us and found out that Bye 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 and It's Gonna Be Me were put together at the front of an NSYNC album called No Strings Attached, and apparently Backstreet Boys came with a 1-2 punch too. I'm beginning to see like maybe late 90s music was just like put the good songs on the front.
Yeah. It's nice to have a good opening to an album. Get you hooked. Back when albums were a thing.
I'm gonna keep listening.
Back streets back. All right.
But you said your favorite one was Sgt. Pepper.
That's a good one. Yeah, if I'm gonna go Beatles, I'd go Sgt. Pepper's. That's my favorite of the Beatles albums. And then Nirvana Nevermind's a pretty good one too.
Brendan says Radiohead, The Bends, and forgive me, is that the name of the album or is The Bends also a band? Oh, there we go. You just answered my question. Starts with Planet Telex and the title track, The Bends. I'll add that to my Spotify list later today. I still hope that, screw it. I'm going to look. Cracked Rear View. I'm just hoping this first song is not actually a song. It's like a 20-second intro. Everyone just talk amongst yourselves for a second.
REM Automatic for the People's also pretty good.
No, it's an actual song.
Boo.
Well, maybe Hannah Jane on Hooty and the Blowfish's 1994 Cracked Rear View is a bop. And maybe I'm discounting it. And then it'll be a 1-2-3 with Hannah Jane, Hold My Hand, and Let Her Cry.
Maybe.
Let her cry. That's not how that song goes. All right.
That nailed it. That's. I thought you played the album. I thought we were gonna
What do
get
you like?
hit
Are
with
you
that.
Darius Rucker? I'm not. Are you Hooty? Ugh. Sorry, Darius. All right. Let's see. This day in gaming history and birthdays. We do have a community birthday to celebrate today, but we start with no, we start with that. That's we always do this. It's Dandy Daydreamer's birthday today.
Woo!
And for the first time in very long time, Dandy's not here with us for the first 40 minutes. which I acknowledge is 50 past the hour. Dandy wouldn't have been here for this part anyway. But I was kind of surprised. You know what I bet's happening? Dandy's probably enjoying Dandy's birthday.
Makes sense.
Sleeping in, maybe. So to Dandy Daydreamer, fantastic member of this community. It's your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Toot toot.
A knife. You call that a knife? Paul Hogan is 82 today. Crocodile Dundee.
Can you do that accent one more time?
Oh, you're implying that I was trying an accent. Sorry. Let me go ahead and give it my best shot. Knife? You call that a knife? This is a knife. Maybe I'm in like the South somewhere. Definitely not in Australia.
You're somewhere.
Hyper. What do you think of my Australian accent? If you're here, good fun fact though.
Oh yeah, fun fact: he used to host his own comedy show on Australian TV.
I could actually imagine
Pretty good.
Paul. I mean, I only know Paul Hogan from Crocodile Dundee, but I could imagine Paul Hogan being pretty funny.
Yeah, for sure.
KJ,
I think this was probably after he
Mm,
became famous.
could be.
Is my guess, because then I think that works.
Yeah, KJ, that was Australian? Yeah, probably not. So, and I did that on purpose, of course.
Question mark.
Actor Chevy Chase is 78 today.
Mm-hmm. This is quite the picture.
Yeah. It's Burt Reynolds, Robert De Niro, and then Chevy's kind of looking off to the side.
They're all just looking kind of disheveled.
Well, people get older, apparently. Chevy's 78 today. Sigourney Weaver, Austin Attack's favorite actress, 72 today. You can look it up. It's on the internet. Sigourney Weaver is 72 today. Matt Damon has a birthday. We'll tell you about that in a second. Karyn Parsons turns 55 today. Karyn Parsons is an actress best known for playing Hilary Banks on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Nice.
Matt Damon, 51 today.
Like some good Matt Damon.
Yeah, there's not a lot Matt Damon's been in that I'm like, ugh. I liked the Ocean stuff. I like Jason Bourne. I like Rounders. I've never seen all of Good Will Hunting, but the clips that I've seen,
It's
like-
pretty good. Well Hunting.
get it?
Mm.
Good Will Hunting. I like The Martian,
Oh yeah, The Martian's so good.
and then he was in Interstellar. That's fine, but he wasn't really in that movie.
Right.
So, anyway, Matt Damon's 51 today. Kristanna Loken turns 42 today.
She played an alien in an episode of Star Trek Voyager.
This said comedian Nick Cannon. Listen, I knew Nick Cannon was a singer, and I know Nick Cannon hosts The Masked Singer. I never would have suspected Nick Cannon was a comedian, but apparently that is the case.
Yeah, that's an interesting. They have him as actor Nick Cannon down here.
Yeah, and this was from Wikipedia. I think it's because Nick Cannon did a lot of like sketch comedy for Nickelodeon.
Right.
So maybe that's where that came from. Maybe he does stand up. I just don't know.
I just think of him as a host now because he's hosted so many things.
Yeah. Singer Bruno, man, October 8th. It's got some depth
It's
to
a good
it.
one.
Bruno Mars, 36 today.
Bruno Mars is one of those performers that I really want to see live while they're still in their prime because I just imagine he puts on such an amazing show. So entertaining.
Molly Quinn, Medicine Woman, is 28 today. No, it's actress Molly Quinn, 28. Oh, actually, I might take this one. Played the daughter of Nathan Fillion's character on Castle. I actually really liked Castle. Castle was a very good show. That's where I learned that apparently Nathan Fillion or whatever has been in a lot of stuff. But then there was, gosh, what was her name? I'm not going to be able to find this quickly, am I? I follow her on Twitter. I have failed. But the actress who played the lead, one of the leads in Castle, was also awesome. So, Molly Quinn is 28 today. And so is Bubba Wallace, the race car driver we mentioned the other day on sports. I think it was last weekend. Became the second black driver to win a NASCAR race. So, 28 today. And actress and singer Bella Thorne is 24.
Nice.
There you go.
Solid. That's a really good day. We got R.L. Stein is 78 today.
You saying that gave me
some
goosebumps.
Ha. Steve Perry of Cherry Poppin' Daddies is 58.
Was Cherry Poppin' Daddies the Zoot Suit Riot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw back a bottle of beer.
It's true.
Huh.
Yeah.
No drummers today.
No drummers today.
Disappointing.
We made up for it with other stellar birthdays.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of fame out of this. Angus T. Jones, I'm guessing, at 28 years old, was the kid from 2.5 Men.
That sounds right.
Has a birthday today. And also singer Robert Cool Bell of Cool and the Gang is 71. I like that one. That one's good. All right. This day in gaming history, it's a Monday Out Today-esque version of this day in gaming history. 1999, the Duke Nukem. Nope. Well, I thought it was Nukem.
No, you had it right.
Yeah, it ends in an M, right?
Yep.
So this says the Duke Nukem, which is not correct, I believe. The Duke Nukem 0-hour video game is released for Nintendo 64 in England.
Nice.
Very specific.
Enjoy that.
Yeah. I mean, usually Kate Polson has like not that. I mean, that's incredibly specific.
They were really reaching. They only got 2 for today, and they had to come up with that one just to have the second one.
I do like that line. This was Duke Nukem's catchphrase. I'm about kicking ass and chewing bubble gum. I'm all out of gum. I mean, that's a good line.
Yeah.
Corny AF, but a good line. So it worked. In 2003, Capcom released the Beautiful Joe out for GameCube in the US.
Yep.
Maybe this is what happened. Kay Polson's making a beautiful website, has all this great gaming history. Gets to October 8th. Couldn't find Jack. So it was like, you know what? Went to the list that you pull all your information from and just found 2 games that happen to be released in very specific spots. Maybe.
That's all they got.
I thought Nukin was that tasty stuff in candy bars. Oh, wait, that's nougat.
Duke Nougat. 0 hour.
Nice work. Nice work, Brendan. Sorry.
Nice.
All right. Sean has to go and do grown-up stuff today.
Ooh.
Ooh,
You suck.
I was going to be here with Theo, and Theo can't be here now, so
Oh.
it's just going to be me hanging out in the void, talking to myself.
Do you want me to leave Bear Bear?
Yeah, I mean, Bear can keep me company. It might be off-screen. But... Actually, could you pass me Bear Bear?
Yep. That way? I'll just make him real big.
Could you just make Bear run back and forth really quick? That was... What's the Benny Hill music? Bear can't be contained through the cameras. So, Quiet, you are here with me in chat, and that's what matters. It's all right. I'll be here. and it'll be great. I promise. Okay. We can't wait. All right, that's coming up next hour because we found this topic of the day that had to do with music. The 40 best debut album openers of all time. I'm not going to give you 40. Okay. But I will give you 10. And they may be chronological, they may be sequential, or they may just be random. So I will decide.
Just roll your 40-sided die.
Ooh, actually, that would have been a great way. If anyone has a 40-sided die, you can give me numbers, and I'll figure it out. Also, sports! Next hour, too. Right. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, the GamingMorningShow.tv.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and sports. Join our Discord. Go to GMS.watch and click on where to find GMS. And become a Patreon. Go to our website, GamingMorningshow.tv. Thank you for your support of GMS. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. I'm happy. Well, I don't know if Downs is here. If you are, I'm happy that you're here. If you're not here, I'm happy that you're not here because I would have had to break Downs' heart because Theo was supposed to be on the show today and Theo is unable to make it. So it's just me. And if like JF Downs had this big calendar appointment on the calendar, said Theo circled, right? Then I would be breaking Downs' heart. I don't want to do that. I am JF Downs, former GMS 5 Questions contestant. You can find that VOD on our YouTube page. It is Friday, October 8th, 2021. I am Hefty Goof. Kalaf is here. Good morning.
Top of the Mora.
Kalaf said, oop. Morning, GMS on break. Yeah, and by the way, remember me telling you the saga about me having issues with my car the other day? That saga continues. There is an outside chance that at some point during live radio, I'm going to have to take an impromptu break because we're working on getting a tow truck to bring the car back here. Lay sigh. All right, today, our topic of the day, and good morning to you, Lady Kate. It's good to see you as well. This one comes from Twitter.
Top of the Mora.
What album has 2 or more great songs to start the record? Okay. Mine, of course, is Britney Spears' Baby One More Time, because that opens up with Baby One More Time and You Drive Me Crazy. And it's only my choice because Hooty and the Blowfish's cracked review is tracks 2 and 3 that are bangers. According to Kalaf, as for today's question, I think Queen's News of the World must be mentioned, if not put on the gold medal podium. We Will Rock You into We Are the Champions. It's one of the only 1-2 punches I know that is good. Radios just play them back to back on air. Oh, interesting. So you're saying that those 2 songs, which I had always assumed were on the same track, are 2 separate tracks. And if that is the case, both sneaky, good answer. And 2, I learned something today. Takeaway. That was pretty okay. Good morning, Threethan. It's good to see you.
Good moron.
Let's see. We had a vote for Bye 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 and the other one from No Strings Attached. At least KJ didn't vote for that one, but brought it up. Brendan says, if you got a toe, you got a toe. You know? We'll let it go. Nice work, Brendan. Nice work. Yeah, this has been a saga. We've had to tow the car to a mechanic. Learn that our car maybe not in a good enough state to repair. So now we're towing it back to our house. Trying to find cars. If you're in the market for a new car right now, this is apparently not the right time. New cars are incredibly hard to get to. Like, we want a Kia. We really liked our Kia. We want another one. We go to the Kia dealership. Like, every car on the lot was sold. We were just there to look at cars that we could order and maybe get in a couple of months. Could be a good time to buy a used car. It also could be a good time to buy a used electric vehicle, which, by the way, I have. All right, so that's some of the saga, but coming up in just a little bit, I'll tell you the top 40 best debut album openers of all time. Oh, this does say debut album openers. Kalaf, you're welcome to try to find me another list that is specific to just any album, first 2 tracks and beyond. So that's what I've read. Brendan, is currently the used cars are a good value. Yeah, debut album openers, which I didn't realize was the case. Listen, prep time for the show is very low. We tried the best we could. So, there's that. We learned in the first hour that Duke Nukem came out today, at least 0-hour video game. It was released specifically for the Nintendo 64 in Europe. a very specific version of that. Capcom also put out the Beautiful Joe, which, by the way, I both Quiet and I believe Brendan raved about that game. So I was not familiar with that game, to be honest. So we do have some sports. Last night was Thursday Night Football. We'll talk about that later this hour. And the baseball playoffs have officially started. Someone stole home yesterday in a baseball playoff game, which, you know, that doesn't happen very often, especially in the playoffs. This is nuts. K-Laugh, you really have like a level of knowledge to be able to cite some of the best debut album openers of all time? If they stole home, they should give it back. Nice, Quiet. Nice. Look at that goal. He's cracked. He's cracked. Brendan said, yeah, it was damn good. It was a superhero side-scrolling brawler with slow-mo effects. Would absolutely pay to play it on Switch. Oh? Well, and if you missed it in the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News, which, of course, we will recap in our Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News, but you can also find on our Twitter.
Hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News.
Today, the Nintendo Switch OLED is available at Best Buy. Not a paid sponsorship. I like this team. This team that I'm playing with right now, we're pretty cracked. I'm not going to lie. I hope your 8th and 9th chapters of your book are coming along swimmingly, Lady K. Saw you mention that yesterday in one Kiki Lowe's stream. Ooh. OLED. Yes, I have heard that. OLED. OLED. It's an enunciation marvel. So. Right? Yeah, so Brendan has a good point. Debut album openers, that's very specific. Yet we're finding a top 40 list, right? So either someone had to fill some space, or there's a lot of dynamite openers. Look at this rotating. We look like a real soccer team. Filling space. We're nuts! Uh-oh. Oh, good. Oh, nice play. K-Laugh says, ooh, how about this combo? Answering the question, too. NWA Straight Outta Compton has beep the police and Gangster off the album Straight Outta Compton. Nice work. That's a good find. And I'm happy that it fits both the circumstances. A debut album and the actual prompt. Aww. Cracked. Especially those walnuts in your grandparents. Wait. This person's taking my name. I guess there's lots of options to have goof in your name, so. Yeah, that's coming up. List of the day is very soon. Busy weekend ahead for me, although Sunday I will get a kind of relax, which will be nice. Watch football. It's Broncos Steelers this weekend, by the way. And we got the Turkish Grand Prix. Well, listen, I won't want to take credit, K-Laugh. The 1-2 punch question comes from Twitter this morning. That Eric Appler, I believe, or Alper, who is a Sirius XM host, potentially. But yeah, what was funny, and this is good because there's more of you here now. I told this in the first hour. Apparently, the reason that this is trending is not because of this question alone. It's because Peter Gabriel has been brought up numerous times. And honestly, I don't have a lot of Peter Gabriel knowledge. But it's apparently for Peter Gabriel's album known as Security. That's true, Lady K. I brought up Downs, and I had not considered that, yes, you are also a big Theo stan. Yeah, Theo just not able to make it. Tried Theo's hardest. Gave it the old Theo try. Couldn't make it. Obviously was taking care of her brother who had surgery. We learned about that last Friday. We learned that Theo's brother had a badass drum set. Oh, the Prodigy. Look at that. Man, Prodigy. That was a ride. Long time ago. No, and Theo is doing okay. Just Theo has a lot going on with helping the family out. So Theo is Theo is pretty okay, all things considered. We're losers! How does Beck's album open up? Anyone considered that? Has Beck got a good 1-2 punch on the front of an album? It's loser right there. I like K-Laugh's going already. I mean, this is exactly how KJ opened the show. It's just going down this list, right? Welcome to the rabbit hole. Population K-Laugh. 722 West Coast, 1022 out on the East, 322 for those watching GMS in the Ukraine. Yeah, KJ, yes, you did a great job in the first hour. Nice appearance for you, and I hope that you have a fabulous Tuesday, because today is Tuesday for KJ. I am Hefty Goof. Thank you for being with us on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. Of course, you can answer the question, what album has 2 or more great songs to start the record? You're welcome to do that. I do want to tell you that coming up on the 23rd, it is Austin Attack's celebratory anniversary stream that starts on the 23rd, and then the week after, Austin Attack is hosting a Halloween party. It's going to be a blast. Halloween party shenanigans guaranteed. But also on Monday, Austin should be with us because it's a day off from school. So it'll be exciting to have Austin back for a 3-hour show, which we always love. Let's see what else is going on. This is from the Halloween party advertisement. Nope, can't do it because I can't get into my phone. Never mind. Halloween party, October 30th, Austin Attack 12. Same day, Chris and me is hosting the Alien Anonymous Memorial Fall Guys Invitational. That starts on October 30th at 10 a.m., I believe. And next week is Kiki Lowe's Birthday Bash. It is next Thursday, the 14th, starting at 1 a.m. Pacific time. Find out more. Kiki Lowe on Twitch. Bobby Flay is not going to be back at Food Network. This according to Cynthia Littleton of Variety. Bobby Flay and Food Network have parted ways after 27 years, which I was sad to see. I know KJ mentioned that this is not upsetting KJ at all. I happen to have a lot of good memories watching Beat Bobby Flay with my daughter. And Bobby Flay was in a lot of the shows that I watched on Food Network. So I'm kind of bummed about this. But at the same time, it's been 27 years. Apparently contract negotiations have fallen through. Everything expires at the year's end, according to this Variety article. And so Flay, who's represented by WME, that's the agency, declined to comment on the situation, citing a policy of not commenting on active negotiations. And according to the article, that's an indication that Flay's team sees some hardball negotiating tactics afoot. The parting comes as a shock of longtime Food Network viewers. Flay has been a staple since 1994. And we watched Beat Bobby Flay a whole bunch. Which I think is a good premise for a show. You'd have 2 contestants enter. They would compete against each other. One would win, and then whoever won went up against Bobby Flay. That they created a food of that winner's choice. So Bobby Flay had to adapt, adjust, and overcome. Anyway. So, yeah, that's a change. Food Network. It also was helpful for me to learn that Bobby Flay's been on there for 27 years. Because I was like, Bobby Flay's in everything. So, that makes sense why. There you Bobby Flay is out, 27 years. According to Cynthia Littleton of Variety. All right, let's give you this list. This is to do with our topic of the day. Topic of the day. Yes, Caleb, that would be delightful. If anyone else wants to play some Rocket League this morning, let me know. Top 40 debut album openings of all time. This is from PasteMagazine.com. All of the Paste staff who focus on music got together for this. September of 2020, so just about a year old. Opens up with the paragraph, there's a certain magic to an artist's debut album, mostly, in parentheses, free of expectations and pressures that accompany a follow-up record. A debut album is, in many cases, a musician's most unfiltered display of talent and style. So, I had promised, there's 40 on this list. I'll give you 10, Chad. Go ahead and just give me a number. 1 to 40. They're numbered. It'll be very easy for me to find. So we'll make this an interactive segment. Okay. We'll do 10 of these. Top 40 best debut album openers of all time. So K-Laugh asked for number 18. Number 18, of course, as you'd expect, is Devo. Dun 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 dun. Uncontrollable Urge. Okay. This is the first official album from Devo. It was a good call, quote, that they didn't think America was... maybe they thought America wasn't ready for the deeply synthetic nature of the true devolution. So they put out Uncontrollable Urge, had a 3-chord relief with the buildup of tension, followed by said relief. Uncontrollable Urge by Devo. Now, how are these organized? So the name of the album, Uncontrollable Urge. Q, Are We Not Men? A, We Are Devo. I just want to make sure that these are... So these are just openers. This doesn't work. Who picked this list? Yeah, I screwed up. Ooh, that was mentioned by Sean in the first hour. Yeah, opens up and smells like Teen Spirit. I didn't remember him mentioning In Bloom, but he said Come As You Are. Maybe I heard that as one thing. As I was like, Come As You Are. Okay. Well, this list sucks compared to what I had thought it was. Just one second. Best first songs. Best first songs. Albums. All right, we're going to do this one. This is from Louder. Okay. August 2016. Still only the first song on an album. Oh, good morning. Good moron to you, Dr. Chick.
Good moron.
Only the top 10 best albums ever. So number 10 on this list is Queen, We Will Rock You, which is aforementioned by K-Laugh. So, nice work there, K-Laugh. That's number 1. Or, sorry, number 10.
0.
Number 9
9.
on this list is Black Flag by Rise Above. Damaged 1981. It says Greg Ginn's distorted descending guitar line sucks the listener in like a circle pit vortex before the irresistible gang choruses spit defiance. Black Flag, Rise Above. Iron Maiden, Aces
8.
High, is next from Power Slave, 1984. There you go. Iron Maiden, Aces High. I don't freaking know what that's about. Number 7.
7.
Master of Puppets opening song Battery from Metallica. I'm worried these are all going to be like kind of hard rock metal songs. Metallica played the Calm Before the Storm acoustic intro into Killer Riff Trick before, but with the searing Fight Fire with Fire introducing the Ride the Lightning album. But even for the clued in to what was about to happen, the transition from the blissed out neoclassical opening to the initial symphonic salvo of James Hetfield's wall of rhythm guitar is here. And anyway, it's Metallica. I'm doing a horrible job with this.
6.
Nirvana is on this list. Smells Like Teen Spirit. There you go. Dun, dun, dun. Boom, 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 boom. That was pretty good. Number 4 is coming up.
5.
This is number 5. Whole Lot of Love from Led Zeppelin. This is from the album Led Zeppelin 2, 1969. I didn't love Led Zeppelin. Wasn't Led Zeppelin like... I mean, there's some good Led Zeppelin songs, but this one's Whole Lot of Love. Want a whole lot of love. By the way, there's a mention of the Beatles' Abbey Road in this. Whole Lot of Love dialed the blues rock stylings of the band's debut album up to 10, and when its parent album knocked the Beatles' Abbey Road off the summit of the U.S. album chart in the winter of 1969, a new era of rock music was upon us. Yeah, and Eleanor Rigby with Taxman at the front of Revolver, that's good. What's his name? Sean said Sgt. Pepper. Oh, thank you. Okay. That doesn't really help my argument, but at least it's clarification.
4.
Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle. Was this the one that you mentioned earlier? Guns N' Roses? I want to say was in there. Yeah, Welcome to the Jungle. You did bring this one up. Slash's iconic guitar riff descends for the first time, and you hear Axl Rose quietly murmur, "Oh my God!" Yeah, that one's good. Number 3.
3.
Bob Dylan. Like a Rolling Stone. If anyone wants to, like, give me their, man, Bob Dylan, Until I Die argument, I'm fine with it. I don't dislike Bob Dylan. I do not love Bob Dylan. Stick around. Dandy's in the chat. We're not going to ignore this. We're going to finish out this list first. This has already been kind of a bumpy road for me. Let me just get through this. Number 2.
2.
Mentioned Bob Dylan, right? The Rolling Stones, Sympathy for the Devil. That is a great song. What is the second track? K-Lef. Beggar's Banquet, 1968, The Rolling Stone. Because I love Sympathy for the Devil. I love the way that song starts. So what's the second song? That could be a vote of mine. Clearly, don't know much about it. And number 1. Black Sabbath, 1970 was the name of the band, the name of the track, and the name of the album from 1970. Is that a good song? No Expectations? I have some album listening to do before I go to work today. Interesting. All right, this is Gaming Morning Show. I am Hefty Goof. Dandy Daydreamer has just checked in. Dandy, we are so happy you are here because today we are celebrating a very special community birthday, and that is the birthday of you. It's your birthday. We are celebrating your birthday today. So, as we did in the first hour, but I will do again because you are here. It's your birthday song. It isn't very long. Toot toot. Or I will play you everyone's favorite thing, which is arf 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 arf. Good job having a birthday, Dandy. We appreciate it. So I mentioned there may be a situation where I have to do something in the middle of the show. That situation is not happening. A different situation has come up. I need about 3 minutes, chat. So please enjoy the following while I do that.
Who's got the cutest pet on the internet? I have this one, so cute. Who's got the cutest pet on the internet? I have this one, so cute. Who's got the cutest pet on the internet? I have this one, so cute. Who's got the cutest pet on the internet? I have this one, so cute. Who's got the cutest pet on the internet? I have this one, so cute. Who's got the cutest pet on the internet? I have this one, so cute.
All right. So on the scale of 1 to super annoying, how much harder was that to listen to in a loop? Just curious. I'm downloading something on a different computer, and I need to upload it to something on a different computer. And then I'll be done with potential distraction task number 1 before slowly getting into distraction task number 2. I like how I said on a scale of 1 to 10, how annoying was that? And you said super annoying, but gave me a 5. Yes, that is what the cutest pet on the internet song will do to you, Gonzo. Also, good moron to you, Gonzo. It is good to see you.
Top of the moron.
I'm rolling by myself today. Theo couldn't make it. Sean had stuff to do. Mike's helping yesterday's Billy Thundergun award winner recover from surgery. So a lot of good things are happening. Oh, look at that. It's already done. This took far less time than I expected. Let me just make sure that it is all there. Quiet, you. I said quiet. Won't you look at that? It's all there. So easy. It rained today, so no one's going to be at the theme park. Where are you going for your birthday, Dandy? And again, congratulations on having a birthday. Good job. I'm almost there. Oh, I'm almost there. Oh. All right, it's uploading as we speak. I have my window open, and I love hearing the rain sound. So we talked about rain, and it was in this context. Quiet I Am Gaming asked us specifically, since Sean and I both live in the Pacific Northwest, what is the rain like there? And Sean had the analogy that the rain here in the Pacific Northwest is like someone turns on the shower head to drizzle. It just sits there and drizzles for an endless amount of time. And then eventually, after 9 months of doing that, it just goes to sunshine. And then for 9 months, again, it repeats kind of the same loop. And that's why I personally like living here. I don't want downpoury rain, but I do love the fact that it just like consistently rains all the time. It's cloudy and 65 degrees here. Yeah, Dandy, and that's what I remember in Florida, which you said you're going to Universal Studios. So it could be Florida for you, or maybe you're in Southern California. Universal Studios. Disney World. I was in Florida, and all of a sudden it just started raining. Like someone took that same faucet that I referenced earlier, but just went whoosh. But it was great. It was like 83 degrees, and the rain felt like it was 82 degrees. Like it was great. I could have lived in that rain forever. It was right outside of Pirates of the Caribbean. I remember it specifically. And it was great. I mean, I'd been to Disney World before. K-Laugh, I invited you. Sorry, that was a very long invite. K-Laugh said, Beatles Rubber Soul goes, drive my car, Norwegian Wood, to You Won't See Me Again. Which, by the way, the reason we're even bringing all these up, look at this. This is the topic of the day. This is on Twitter. Asking, hey, what album has 2 or more great songs to start the record? Now, I bet all of you are like, oh, Hooty and the Blowfish's Cracked Rear View, because that's where my brain went. But it turns out that those were tracks 2 and 3. Hold My Hand and Let Her Cry. So unfortunately, if unless you love Hannah Jane, which I don't even remember what that song sounds like, doesn't count. But Britney Spears, Baby Hit Me One More Time, that's pretty okay. According to Dandy Daydreamer, it is nice and cool today. A good rain shower early in the morning and clouds for the rest of the day. Best day ever. Look at that. Birthday weather preference accomplished by one Dandy Daydreamer. Nice work. Gonzo, we all need coffee. And if you like coffee and you have coffee recommendations, we always welcome those. I do have some written down in our coffee recommendation notes, but we can always have more of them. And someday, when I sit down to actually get things done, I'll order some. It'll be great. We also have a P.O. box if you ever want to send us coffee, but by no means are you obligated to. Coming up, we'll tell you about a Georgia family. There was a dog and a snake. That's kind of the details. We'll tell you about that next hour. We'll also have community games early next hour. Dandy, it's your birthday. You can do what you want. We appreciate you coming back, though, and telling us
what's for breakfast.
And also,
remember, if you're getting food, you must show and tell when you come back.
If you're not going to be back to the actual show, then our Discord is available to you to post delicious pictures of food. You just go there. That's all you have to do. I hope everyone's weekend's looking up. You may not know this about me, but my weekends are not work-free. I kind of work I work like a 7-day-a-week schedule, but they ramp up on the weekends. So I will be working until Sunday. I do get Sunday off, and then it's football. I also may be continuing the saga of trying to get our car fixed. We were going to buy a new car yesterday. New cars are very hard to come by, so this can be a longer process than I had hoped for. So we are going to have to end up paying money to fix our car and make it work. Oh no, Caleb just joined the party and I'd already jumped into a game. Caleb, no! And so far, my request for a tow truck is not being met with success. So, quite sad. There we go. That would have been epic. Oh, no, you're fine, Caleb. I was trying to buy you enough time, and I could no longer wait. The radio clock beckoned, and I was unable to continue moving forward. But you will be able to play in the final hour with me. So please let us know if you have plans. But again, Dandy, I am so excited that's your birthday. I am actually more excited about other people's birthdays than I think I am myself. I like to see what people want to do for their birthday. I like to be able to help them accomplish that. I like to wish people happy birthday. So I'm very much a birthday cheerleader more than a birthday celebrator. I think I learned already, though, that Calaf was a bigger music head than I realized. And Nintendo had some good music suggestions. I mean, the Abbey Road start, this was referenced on the Twitter link itself. Like, the Abbey Road start is not bad. You have Come Together, Something, 1999, and Little Red Corvette. Oh, maybe those are actually Little Red Corvette. It's a Prince song. So maybe I got those screwed up. Come Together and Something on the front of Abbey Road, and then 1999 and Little Red Corvette and Delirious from Prince. Because 1999 is that song like, because tonight we're gonna party like it's 1999, right? Ball cam for me on a PlayStation's triangle. That's so funny though, because the whole reason I play with ball cam on is because when we first started playing this, I didn't. And I still think my preference, like if I were to try to strive to be the best Rocket League player I could be, I would end up playing probably without ball cam on a lot of the time. Now I do understand and believe that, like, yes, it makes sense that if you want to be a cracked Rocket League player, then toggling between the two is the right way to go. However, I hadn't even reached that point. But I like, when you're not on ball cam, I don't get the barfiness. But you have the little arrow that tells you where the ball is. And I think my brain works well with like angles and trajectory in video games, at least. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, well, if I go over here, that ball is going to land roughly right about here. Like, right? Like, I think I get that. But what we found out was the viewer experience is better with ball cam on, because it definitely shakes less, and that's more important to me than anything. We do have a GMS After Dark next week. It'll be Look It's Myco with Digital Dot Games there to do a Marvel movie battle. Which is the best Marvel movie? Digital Dot Games will be there to help Myco debate. And that starts at 4:45 Pacific time on all of the GMS platforms: Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. So excited about that. The debut of GMS After Dark was a huge hit. Everyone loved it. Except for those who support Burger King. For those who support Burger King, it was a big flop. Burger King was not selected in the Fast Food Fantasy Feud draft. The results of which you can find by going to our Twitter or Look It's Myco on Twitter. Gosh, that was fun. The Sonic pick by Sports.Gaming at the end just sealed it for me. Oh no! Had you played Rocket League before, Quiet? I'm getting the impression no. Nice score. I hadn't played this much until we started playing it for the show. And I think it's a really fun game. Quiet, enjoy. Dude, the undrafted team from the Fast Few is so strong, but Mike Chris had all pretty solid teams. Ooh, did we, like, publish this list? I mean, I obviously understand that you could come to the conclusion of what was undrafted, right? But, like, you'd have to make a 9-restaurant team. So I'm curious what you came up with, Calaf. I mean, Burger King would have been available. Papa John's? No, someone I think picked Papa John's toward the top for pizza. I mean, there were not a lot of, like, burger places left. Chipotle would have been on that list, unless you don't count that as fast food. But Qdoba was on there. And so if Qdoba was on there, then you should be able to take Chipotle. Well, yeah, nobody picked Burger King. Honestly, I don't really eat at Burger King, so I have no value to give you. But Austin, it just felt bad because that's like, it's like Austin's place. No, I had a chance to tie this game and I screwed it up. Austin's muse is Burger King. So yeah. Oh, Chris did take Chipotle. Okay, fair enough. I also have to look at the results on one at Watch GMS on Twitter. All right, here's some results from Calaf. BK or Wendy's, Subway, Baskin Robbins, Krispy Kreme or Cinnabon, Little Caesars. Little Caesars. I mean, it definitely is cheap. Definitely had a little bit of a bad rap. But it's pretty okay. Yes, Wendy's, again, that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Why on earth was Wendy's not chosen? Does not make any sense. But that's, again, apparently I have more ice cream at fast food places than I realized. Because I love Frosties. I love Sonic. Sonic has the best ice cream ever. For a fast food place. Was Subway chosen? Did someone pick? Oh, you were just listed there. Subway. Yeah, Subway not being chosen is surprising. I mean, I went to Firehouse Subs, which was Sean's spot, and I went yesterday. And the only problem I have so far with Firehouse Subs is I'm not a sauce eater, right? So my estimated arrival for my farmer's insurance tow truck said shortly as estimated arrival. It went from searching to shortly. I got a little concerned, but it looks like we got about an hour, so we should be okay. Yeah, Jersey Mike's is fine. But okay, this goes. I didn't finish my thought. Firehouse Subs, they had this really good-looking corned beef provolone thing, right? So I ordered it, but it comes with mayo, Italian dressing, and some other sauce. And so I don't want sauce. So as a sauce lover, I was like, no, I decline. And so I basically ate a pretty good wheat bread with corned beef and cheese. Like, it wasn't enough. So it's disappointing. A veggie burger I could see Wendy's needing. They're very good at meat burgers, aren't they? And I haven't had a Cinnabon outside of an airport in about 487 years. So I don't know what that's up about. But all right, let's do sports at 52 past the hour. It's now 7:52 out on the West Coast, 10:52 out on the East, and it's 3:52 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Actually, you'd be surprised. Sauerkraut's fine. Like you have a Reuben, right? Reuben sandwich. That's usually corned beef, sauerkraut, and Thousand Island, right? Yeah, on a marbled rye bread, which I love rye bread. I just get it without the Thousand Island. So, yeah, just not a big fan. Good moron, Patman. It's good to see you. 10:53.
Good moron.
Where you are. Kate Zeta's returned from meetings. Well, sauerkraut's not a sauce. Like, I like coleslaw. Coleslaw's not a sauce. I prefer really low mayonnaise coleslaw. So it's almost like slightly wet cabbage. But there you go. Here's your sports. Yesterday, there was some baseball on. It can be lathered in sauce. I like it when it's less lathered. But it's fine. Again, it's fine if it's okay. Like I eat KFC coleslaw to kind of give a universal barometer. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's better on a sandwich or mixed in with like a plate. Like if you were to get a pulled pork sandwich but without the bun and you just made it a salad. I'm sorry. Moist cabbage. Maybe, I guess I'm okay with vinegar. I mean, like Jersey Mike's, the Mike's Way, which is basically like vinegar and something. Like, if it's not soaking the sandwich, I'm fine with it, but I don't need it. Moist cabbage. The Rams beat the Seahawks yesterday, 26-17. Russell Wilson might be hurt for the Seahawks. See how that goes. Seahawks fall to 2-3 on the year. Rams are up to 4-1 on the year. There was some NCAA football. First games in the baseball playoffs outside the wild card. Tampa Bay 5-0. Tampa Bay stole home. It's nuts. Randy Arozarena? He's a rookie. First player to hit a home run and steal home in a postseason game ever. So there you go. So Rays have a 1-0 lead over the Red Sox. The other game was Houston over the White Sox, 6-1. So there's your baseball. Calaf Memorial Golf Update. Round 2 in progress already at the Shriner Children's Open. The Shriners Children's Open in Las Vegas. Sung Kang of Korea has a 2-stroke lead over Matt Jones. That's your golf. Was not Randy Rosalina. I couldn't say the name. I failed. Let's see what else is going on in sports. Like I mentioned, Turkish Grand Prix this weekend for F1. That's a 5 a.m. start, by the way. Apparently, Baker Mayfield's playing with a torn labrum in his left shoulder. Does not require surgery, at least according to the Associated Press. Calvin Ridley out for this weekend's London game between the Jets and Falcons. Brooklyn Nets have listed Kyrie Irving as ineligible to play in their home exhibition game Friday. Another strong indication that he has not met New York's vaccination requirements, according to the Associated Press. So Canadians goaltender Carey Price has voluntarily entered into the NHL Players Association Joint Player Assistance Program. The league's union said the 34-year-old will be away from the program. Did not specify why Carey entered the program, but Price's wife Angela cited mental health as a reason in an Instagram post showing Price and their 3 children. Wow. Former NHL MVP, according to the Associated Press. And then in the English Premier League, Newcastle's been sold to Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund. Huh. Man, there's a lot of interesting things happening in sports. It's according to the Associated Press. Quiet. I don't know, Ryan. Pretty sure that's a real name. Oh, I'm sure Randy Rosaline is a real name. It's not the name that I tried to reference. So, Kate said, my grandmother used to buy KFC coleslaw and pass it as homemade because she loved it so much and she wanted to use family gatherings as an excuse to have it. That's a good line. I had Jeff's dad, in fact. For the longest time, they used to do this thing called a bird feed because they all hunted birds, you know, geese, duck, doves, right? They go out pheasants, and they collect all these birds throughout the course of a hunting season. They have this thing called a bird feed where they all gather and they make their favorite dish. And for the longest time, Jeff's dad was the one that were like, oh, the seasoning that you put on this dish that you make is just so amazing. What is it? And, Jeff's dad would always be like, family secret. Oh, okay. And then every year they ask the same question, family secret. It turned out to be McCormick. The packets that you can get at the store for like 60 cents. So maybe Kate Zaid, your grandmother, and Jeff's dad would get along. Lady K just had someone in my Discord say they don't remember who I am because they haven't caught me live for a year. It was unnecessary. They could have just said that they hadn't caught me live in a while. That one's stuck. Lady K, it's good to see you. I'm happy that you're here. Kate said the secret is to use pre-made seasoning. That was it. That was that was McCormick. Maybe Jeff's dad's last name is McCormick. I don't know. K-Lef, you left my party. Do you want to come back? K-Lef, come back? Or did you have to leave and I missed it? The topic of the day, Kate, since you're checking in full stop now, is on Twitter, that Eric Alper has a status that said, what album has 2 or more great songs that start that record? You can let us know. We've talked about a whole bunch of them today. It's been a lot of fun. So we'll do that even more coming up on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningshow.tv. I'm Hefty Goof. I'm flying solo. I'll be right back. Friday, October 8th, 2021.
out my tears. No, I'm not looking for someone to scare away the fears. No, I know it's not gonna happen. Don't believe in happy forever after. No one should have to feel this torn. We're unable to speak with voices to soar. We could do better than this. We could do better than this. When you stand in the middle of the crowd, I wanna know it's me that you're missing. We could do better than this. We are much bigger than this. When you stand in the middle of the crowd, I wanna know it's me that you're missing. Me that you're missing. Me that you're missing. We could do better than this. It's not that you're not strong, or that you know what I need. In the past I played along, so devoted I lost parts of me. This time it's not gonna happen. Don't need happy forever after. I let go of past if you do too. To leave now would be running from the truth. We could do better than this. We could do better than this. When you stand in the middle of the crowd, I wanna know it's me that you're missing. We could do better than this. We are much bigger than this. When you stand in the middle of the crowd, I wanna know it's me that you're missing. Me that you're missing. Me that you're missing. We could do better than this. Better. We could do better. Better.
Please pay your hosts with plenty of voice flattery. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, Community Games, and GMS Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay, and the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 3, right now.
Morning, gamer. Thanks for being here. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningshow.tv. It is great to see everybody. Dandy has returned. What did you get for breakfast?
What's for breakfast?
You said you would tell. You said you would tell. Or at least I asked you to tell. And you never let me down. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Welcome in, Final Hour crew.
The Final Hour crew is here. Gonzo Gump got here a little bit early. Says System of a Down's Toxicity was a great album that had bangers all around. How good are the first 2 songs on that album, though? The Toxicity of our city. I'm a music addict, says Lady Kate. You'll rarely catch me without music. Lady Kate is here. Kate Zaid hanging out with us as well for the FHC. We already had Brendan, one of the ambassadors, the Final Hour crew here. And Quiet I Am Gaming is learning how to play Rocket League. So all things considered, not a bad Friday. It is Friday, October 8th, 2021. There's a lot of things going on. Not necessarily with the show, but just around me. Tow truck gate, getting a new car gate is continuing. The tow truck will be there toward the end of this hour. I went to go buy a new car yesterday. New cars are very hard to get apparently right now. So we don't have one. We're going to end up repairing our current one and drive it while we get in the process of ordering a new vehicle or finding, used or something along those lines. It's going to be more complex than I had hoped. FHC.
Hello, FHC.
Superphonic is here. Thank you for being part of the Final Hour crew today. Hope your split gating and new worlding are all going splendidly, and hopefully your return to work has gone nicely as well. Our question of the day was a prompt from Twitter because it turns out that there's a lot of good 1-2 punches at the front of an album, and so we're asking you, what is the best 2 or more great songs to start an album? What album has that? Some of the answers: Abbey Road, Born to Run, The River, and Peter Gabriel. Surprisingly, Peter Gabriel is the whole reason I found this, because that was trending on Twitter. So, that Eric Alper had this tweet originally. I, of course, said Britney, Baby One More Time, because Cracked Rear View didn't work. Cracked Rear View is the album from Hooty and the Blowfish. I want to say the debut album of Hooty and the Blowfish. Only wanna be with you. Yeah. It didn't count. Now, Run Around was the track, the second track on 4 from Blues Traveler. And I always really liked that song. But the other well-known song from the album 4 by Blues Traveler was Hook. And that didn't come till well later in the album. So, yes. All songs on Cracked Rear View, the debut album of Hooty and the Blowfish, released in July of 1994, were written by Mark Bryan, Dean Felber, Darius Rucker, and Jim Sonny Sonefield. Okay, except where noted below. Only Want to Be With You, by the way, Bob Dylan gets some writing credit for that one. But Hold My Hand, Let Her Cry, and Only Want to Be With You, those are the first 3 of 4 songs. The lead off though was something called Hannah Jane, and I should have played it in like my break or something so I could have listened to what it sounds like, but I didn't. Bad by Michael Jackson. Let's see what this one looks like. No. Work with me. This is a Bad 25 is the name of the album, but that's got to be like an anniversary release, right? Yeah, here's 1987. So you had Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel. Ooh. Let me listen to this really quick. Mic down. Yeah, that's a good song. Yeah. The way you make me feel. I'm sorry if you're all getting jealous by my singing talents. I'm so good at it. Anyway, so my go-to then became Britney Spears One More Time, because the start of Britney Spears' Baby One More Time is Baby One More Time and You Drive Me Crazy. I'll read you this full track list. We'll take a trip down memory lane. All right, track listing for this thing. Baby One More Time, You Drive Me Crazy, and then one of the low-key underrated Britney songs. Sometimes. Sometimes I run. Sometimes I hide. Sometimes I'm scared of you. But all I really want is to hold you tight. Treat you right. Be with you day and night. Right? So there's that one. And then Soda Pop, Born to Make You Happy. So those first 5 are great. I from the bottom of my broken heart, not a big fan of, but still fine. Okay? And then ends the album with The Beat Goes On, right? Come on. It's pretty good. Dr. Chick is on the lurk. Thank you for the lurk this morning. We appreciate you being here with the final hour crew as well. Whew. It's pretty good. I think K-Laugh must have told me that K-Laugh had to go. And I didn't pay good enough attention to understand that K-Laugh had to go. Quiet I Am Gaming, since you were putting in the effort to be stellar at Rocket League. If you want to add me a hefty goof, you're welcome to. And then in the future, we can play Rocket League together. KJ had to check out early. Sean obviously had to check out early as well. Coming up, we'll tell you about a python. Yep, a python in Georgia. Yeah, and Lucky was from the second album. It is not the best from Britney Spears, but it is a very good song. The definitive best song ever by Britney Spears is Toxic. Just there's no doubt about it. That song is just something else. I love it so much. Lucky is a very good story. Brings in some of those classic Britney Spears tropes, including the talking in the middle of the song. So for example, in Oops, I Did It Again, there's that whole part where it's like, but I thought the old lady dropped it in the ocean in the end. Well, baby, I went down and got it for you, right? So there's the talking in there. And then in the Lucky, there's like, and the winner is Lucky. Oh, I just mentioned Toxic is the best Britney Spears song, and then I read Toxicity. I was like, no, Gonzo, it was called Toxic. But yeah, we're back to System of a Down. So, sorry, I just got back for the first 2 songs of Toxicity. It's Prison Song and Needles. Both great songs. I don't know, maybe I'm just a huge Sod fan. The toxicity of our city, of our city. As you can tell, I don't know the next part of that song. Could you imagine if I had scored that whilst floating in the air? That would have been awesome. This is a story about Lucky. Bump, 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 bump. Early morning, she wakes up. Knock, knock, knock on the door. It's time to make a perfect smile. You sounded like a rabid chicken. Fair. I can't even argue that. I did. Community games next. My other upload is going slower than normal. I'm guessing there must be a James Bond promotion with Rocket League. Just a hunch. Oh, what's the Bond car? Isn't Bond always driving an Aston Martin? I want to say that there was some Watch Mojo video I recently consumed on YouTube. Consumed that content. And it had to do with maybe the product placements that almost weren't. Yes, I think that's almost exactly the premise. Because apparently, like, Reese's Pieces in E.T., they weren't originally the planned go-to. The movie makers, I'm going to say Spielberg, reached out to Eminem first. And then Eminem was like, no, we'll pass. And so the whole movie featured Reese's Pieces. And Reese's Pieces are great. Reese's Pieces are better than M&M's, so, you know, come at me, bro. Although Reese's Pieces are not better than peanut butter M&M's. But, like, if I had just straight plain M&M's available and some Reese's Pieces, oh, you know I'm going for those Reese's Pieces. Full stop. Anyway, that was one of those ones. And I swear there was a James Bond thing. Has James Bond really driven a wide variety of cars? I thought he was just like straight up Aston Martin, but clearly I don't know. Yeah, like, but Gonzo, that's not that bold of a statement. Have you ever had peanut butter M&Ms? In fact, I found out recently, I want to say during one of Kiki's streams, that the UK doesn't have peanut butter M&Ms, and I was quite sad because, I mean, listen, the only downside about peanut butter M&Ms, because please keep in mind, right? Like, you buy a impulse aisle bag of plain M&Ms. You know, it's high in calories. It's candy, right? It's sugar. You go and get the plain. Plain's the wrong word. The standard impulse aisle bag of peanut butter M&Ms, and you can have like one of them, and that's the serving size. Like they are so bad for you, peanut butter M&Ms, but they are so good, so good. Anyway, Reese's Pieces are better than plain M&Ms, not better than peanut butter M&Ms, and peanut M&Ms can go just out the door because peanut M&Ms are the worst thing that's ever been invented ever by Mars. But I'm in the complete minority of that. Everyone loves peanut M&Ms, and they are just so gross. Why wouldn't you just eat the plain ones? They're better. I mean, the peanut butter ones are significantly better. But, like, you put in the peanut M&M, and it's like, what's this doing in my chocolate? But I know I'm not. What? Plain are great. They melt in your mouth. I know, and that's what I can't believe is I learned that in Kiki's stream, Lady K, is that you don't have, like, I need to mail Kiki some peanut butter M&Ms in exchange for a Maltesers bar, so I understand what this Maltesers thing is all about. Also, I need to learn how Kiki is able to open a Maltesers bar. I believe it's kind of in sections. I like to think of everything relative to a Carmelo bar, I believe is what it was called. It was like this chocolate bar that had like these kind of cubicle things, but you could break it off in sections, and when you did, like, the caramel kind of came with it. And so Kiki will have a Maltesers bar and be like, I ate just 2 of the sections. And I'm like, oh, please tell me more what it's like to open a candy bar and not eat the whole thing in 10.4 seconds. Which is one of my problems. Nice. Good morning. Look, it's Mike-O, host of Gaming Morning Show.
Hello, FHC.
And GMS After Dark, here with the final hour crew. Plain or meh? Caramello. Caramello? Anyway, you know what I'm at least talking about. Mike hasn't had candy in 2 months. Good for you, Mike. You keep that train rolling. Nice. See, and I'm not a big fan of Whoppers either. Like, the Whoppers are the best thing to eat at the end of the Halloween bucket. It's like, oh, I've eaten every good piece of chocolate out of here. I've even eaten all the nerds and sweet tarts. Well, I guess it's time to break my teeth on some Whoppers. Those are malted milk balls, for those who don't know. No, I don't find the plain M&Ms boring at all. Anyway, but all caps Mike said, Peanut butter M&Ms are the absolute best. Yeah, best M&Ms ever. Mike, you can do best M&Ms on a future After Dark draft or something like that. But yeah, they're so good. Yes, Halloween dad tax is coming up, so get ready for that. Dun 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 dun. What do you mean? Gonzo and Kate, tell Mike what we learned already in the show. What is my favorite type of coleslaw? Oh, quiet. I'm not a fan of nerds either. Until all the good chocolate's gone out of the candy basket. And then it's like, okay, well, I could have no candy. Or I could have some nerds. Well, guess it's time for nerds. Did I say plain plain coleslaw? No. I love moist cabbage. I don't want it slathered in mayonnaise. But I don't just need, like, I like plain cabbage just fine. But I when it comes to coleslaw, like, KFC's coleslaw is not, it is swimming in liquid because all the liquid, like, separates and goes to the bottom of the bowl. But when you're taking bites of, like, the top 2/3, it's not. Yes, pink lemonades are legit. Pink lemonades also, or Nerds was also camp currency. Like, when we would get to go to the little canteen thing and get stuff to eat at camp, getting the Nerds was it. So, all right, so it is now 8:23 West Coast time. I am Hefty Goof, rolling solo today. Thank you for being here. Mike asked the question, what are 2 or more great songs to start what record? Okay, so here's an example. Baby One More Time's first 2 songs are Baby One More Time and You Drive Me Crazy. Abbey Road, according to some website, says Come Together in Something were the first 2 songs. So what is the first 2 songs of your favorite record? Look, it's Myko. Yep. Give me a... Hi. Can I take your order? Yes, I'll take the chicken tenders, please. Welcome to KFC. Yeah, you said that. Thank you. It's just before we started the bit. I'll take the chicken tenders, please. Mashed potatoes. And the moist cabbage, please. Thank you. That'll be $45. All right. 8:23. Oh, according to Chris M.E., which, by the way...
Hello, FHC.
It's good to see you, Chris M.E.
Mayor of the Internet.
Says the best song is, or best album, Take This to Your Grave, starts with 2 bangers. That's good. I really wish Hooty and the Blowfish had a better first song on Cracked Review. That would just be my down pat album. We're done. This game is over. Yay, my upload is done. Okay, so I can shut this finally and go back to having my computer keyboard where it usually is. Gonza says, I don't get it. It's just like flavor of food coloring. Oh, who said something about blue raspberry? Brandon says, same as the blue and blue raspberry, just tastes like dreams. Yeah, I don't understand why it tastes so good when it is likely just like a food coloring or something. But you know what? It's best with delicious food that you just don't think about it. You just eat it, right? Lady K said, only reason I don't is because it's expensive. However, if you get lemonade and rosé water or rose water, it costs less in the long run if you put them together yourself. No, I've never had rose lemonade. I drink it. Brendan said, can I cheat and choose a now that's what I call music? No, you cannot. Myko was just trying to do that too. Jock jams, MTV jams. Where would you bring up Yellow Card with Ocean Avenue? Right? That was Yellow Card. Interesting. We're going to play everyone's favorite game. You just be shocked how I'm just sometimes often like walking down the road and people are like, why don't you play Google Feud more? And I'm like, I would love to. So today we're going to do that. Chat, you get to go first. I will go second. We'll go back and forth. What is the #1 autocomplete for this search? Someone types into Google and types in McDonald's versus. These are the following results that come back. And one of these is the #1 recommended answer. It's the #1 most searched for thing. McDonald's versus KFC, Taco Bell, or as Kate Online says, T word, B word. Subway, Chick-fil-A revenue. So they're starting to search revenue. Or McDonald's versus Burger King. Now, I think Mike is just choosing Burger King because he feels regret still for not selecting that during the fast food fantasy draft. That's what I'm going to tell myself. All right, BK looks like the answer. Chat got to go first. It is Burger King. You are absolutely correct and cracked. Nice work. It turns out that the answer is
Correct.
Burger King. Number 4, the next most searched one was T word, B word. All right, I get to go first. How to make a blank. How to make a blank. So you go to Google and you're like, I got to figure out how to do something. So I type in how to make a, and you get the following: YouTube channel, QR code, paper airplane, smoothie, or paper boat. This is quite a range compared to what we usually get on this. Chris, I think you should feel good about that because you stuck with your intuition and hopes and dreams. But you heard Austin. Austin still has not been on the show since the fast food fantasy draft. Can you believe that? And granted, Austin is always working during this show. But still, are we surprised? You heard her bad. Real bad. I'm going to go with a YouTube channel. I just think that that's something that people are going to search for. QR codes are like a mystery. Paper airplanes, paper boats are very similar. And not many people are making those, right? And then a smoothie. Fruit and blender. Threw my heart into a blender. YouTube channel. Number 8, I'm wrong. Chad, it's up to you. QR code, paper airplane, paper boat, or smoothie. I did it for the chill. Oh, the chili. Yeah, chili. If that's the case, why didn't anyone pick Wendy's? Am I right? That came up earlier. There's a lot of hurt feelings about Wendy's. You hurt us bad. Lady K says paper airplane. That is the number 1 answer. You are
Correct. Nice.
good job. Yes, want to throw my tender heart in a blender. That's where you go to. That's why you go to. Yeah, Eve 6. Why do men, quote, like younger women, like sundresses, have nipples, get tired after beep, or get circumcised? You can go first, chat. One of these is number 1. Zippy's chili is better than Wendy's. Maybe that's the case. But no, I mean, I don't like chili because soup and beans. There's only one good thing in chili, and that's the meat. And if you have meatless chili, I have a really hard time. Soup. Ugh. Everyone loves to make them. Not everyone remembers how. Absolutely. And that's what the internet's good for, is that knowledge that you don't retain, but you can quickly use. Like if you Google who's the 8th president of the United States. Gonzo wants nipples. I mean, wait. That is the answer that Gonzo picked. I would. Number 1 answer. There you go. I clipped it for you. Chili with meat was technically chili con carne. Con carne literally translates to with meat. Nice work. You did it. Number 4. We're up to 15,000 points. I accidentally ate blank. Someone's typing in like an emergency, right? Because I didn't realize I just ate what I ate, right? I just accidentally... Was it plastic, ants, mold, undercooked pizza, or slimy lettuce? Slimy lettuce isn't awful. You kind of got to pat it dry a little bit, maybe give it another rinse, but you know, and I like when it gets like extreme slimy, then like I'm not eating it, but I'm not going to throw away lettuce just because it kind of had a little bit of slime to it. So I'm going to pick that one because some people get super concerned about that, and I was wrong. I was very wrong. I regret this.
No.
Thank you, Bob. So, chat, we need plastic, ants, mold, or undercooked pizza. Again, this is Google. People are racing here. They just made their beautiful paper airplane and solved the existential question of why men have nipples. And now they need to figure out, how do I solve this problem of what I just ate? And it's mold. It was mold.
Correct.
Lady K, you are cracked. That's 2 correct answers. Courtesy of Gonzo. Gonzo wants nipples. Number 1, autocomplete. This is the last one we'll do. This is for 25,000 points, which, I mean, honestly, we'll split just among the whole FHC. So whatever we get, we'll just divide it by however many people have checked in for the FHC. Is it bad to crack your knuckles, take melatonin every night, eat before bed, swallow gum, or master debate every day? Is it bad to crack your knuckles, take melatonin every night, eat before bed, swallow gum, or master debate every day? It's yours, chat. I guess first I went with slimy lettuce. All right, let's get that one out of the way then, Lady K. Number 5. What, Michael? Quiet, Cruck Knuckles. Number 4. I'm supposed to participate. I'm going to go swallow gum. I feel like that's something that people are looking up. Oh my gosh. Chat, it is up to you. Take melatonin every night or eat before bed. I would like to thank GoogleFeud.com for getting its website fixed. This has made me extremely happy. All right, we went eat from Gonzo and Quiet before Lady K mentioned melatonin's on the rise, but we're going to go with eat. That's the number 1 answer. Chat, you are cracked. We got 25,000 points. Quick math, of course, is 25,000 points divided by the whole final hour crew. Carry the one. I think you each get roughly, I don't know, 1,900 points or something. So, there you go. I'm not afraid. If I was afraid, I'd buy a dog. Well, look who decided to do some entertainment today.
I mean, I just sat down, camera turned on by itself, and I started talking. It's crazy.
That hair.
It's good, right?
Yeah, that's something.
It's something.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Look, It's Mike O.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Oh, hey, everybody.
Hey there.
You said the M word, so I felt it was like beckoning me, so I had to come say hi.
Hey, it's up to you how much melatonin you take, so.
Yeah, I take 10 milligrams.
It's on the rise, we learned.
Is it?
That's what Lady K said. And
I
Gonzo
give it to my kids, too.
Gonzo carrot marked it, so.
Oh, I thought he was pointing to me.
Carrot mark.
Oh, yeah. We give my kids a little bit in the morning, or not in the morning. That would be really unhelpful if we gave it to them in the morning. Makes school easier for them, right? But yeah, no, we give them 5 milligrams at night. Well, half of 5. We give the littlest ones 2.5, and it just knocks them right out. It's wonderful. It's better than Benadryl. Not that we would give them Benadryl.
No, only vodka. That's the only thing. Just give the kids vodka.
Yeah, this is like a half a shot.
It's science. Look it up.
Yeah. And if they sip it with a straw, it's not like it's drinking, you know?
Look, It's Mike O.
Sipping.
Is the host of GMS After Dark. Coming up on a Wednesday, we have Digital.Games and you debating Marvel movies. But today, the debate has been about what album has 2 or more great songs to start the record.
See, that's really hard to answer because there's so many well, I mean, in today's day and age, right? I don't listen to albums, if we're being honest. I just listen to like mixes and create my own mixes. I was the master back in the day, especially for the ladies. But now I don't know. I was just looking at honestly, I only got to look at 2 albums before Megan needed something real quick, and those 2 were and then there was X and what was the first DMX album. Start off with the Rough Riders anthem and intro. And the intro was great. So does the intro count? It doesn't count, right? Because it's not like really a track.
So I was wondering about that. My hope was in Cracked Rear View by Hooty and the Blowfish that Hannah Jane is just like this beautiful introduction. And I can't find out because my Spotify is connected to the Spotify that plays the music in the background. So the moment I hit play, it would start playing on stream, and we can't have that.
Whoops.
But yes, I don't think intro tracks should count. However, I can't tell you for sure. I mean, it did say songs, right? It said it has 2 great songs.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So when there's a dude like talking for like 5 minutes, like you can't. I don't think you can count that as a song, right?
Mhm.
Unless it's that what's the one? The Baz Luhrmann guy, the sunscreen. Always wear sunscreen.
which
You know.
previously learned on a prior episode of Gaming Morning Show.
Yeah. Well.
KJ is
Hannah
back, by the
Jane
way.
ruined it, didn't she?
Yeah, damn
Hey,
Hannah Jane.
KJ.
The good news is Baby One More Time starts with Baby One More Time, You Drive Me Crazy, and Sometimes. So that's pretty good set to begin.
All right. Could be worse.
There was
better.
Born to Run, The River, Peter Gabriel, Security, and Abbey Road all mentioned. Also an album by Prince, which I don't know what it was because I accidentally deleted it, but it starts off with 1999 and Little Red Corvette.
Okay. See,
Not
I
bad.
find people that make those lists are generally they don't listen to some things, and by some things I mean anything that's not like rockish, or easy rock, whatever like that. So they don't count. Like, I don't know. How do we know that Pitbull doesn't have like 2 really great tracks on his latest LP?
Well, and then that's
You know?
where Nintendo Nerds, was giving us appreciation for using the word album, because as you described, nowadays it's a playlist.
Yeah. Like if I open my Spotify right now, I mean, I don't know if I have any like quote unquote albums saved. I think I have one for the Oh Hellos and maybe the Lumineers. But yeah, playlist. Well, Moana movie songs is kind of an album, but shanties, playlist. Play. Yeah, it's all playlists.
A soundtrack album shouldn't count, but they're prone to probably be pretty good at the start because you're going to get like the big song from the beginning of the movie followed by something.
What was it, the first two? First 2 on Moana are Tuloa, Tagaloa, which I don't remember which one that is exactly, and then An Innocent Warrior, which I also don't know. Then it follows up with How Far I'll Go, Where Are You, We Know the Way, and You're Welcome, and Shiny. So that's a pretty good Murderer's Row in the middle there.
So look up Lion King, because you're going to open with The Circle of Life, right?
Are you?
Yeah, that's the
See-
very first song.
Sure, but not every movie soundtrack goes in chronological order.
Oh, that one's got to, right?
Okay, maybe Circle of Life and I Just Can't Wait to Be King. Are
Yeah.
the first 2. So that's a pretty good lineup right there.
If you were a Disney podcast, or I don't know, GMS After Dark, because you might be interested in this, you could do a Disney what 2 songs are the best of the soundtracks draft.
You could just do what Disney song.
Yeah, and
That's like a 9-hour show right there.
right, yeah.
Let's see what else do we have in here. Yeah, and it's hard because everything, right? Pop mix, punk mix, rock mix. Trevor Jones. Who's Trevor Jones? Why are you in my top mix? Okay. Yeah, but they have like the daily mixes. They have the playlists, the state of music today, which is all the playlists. Let me see. Based on my recent listening, we have folk pop, alt now, country code. Why is country cookout? I've listened to no country music.
Are you attached
God,
to
that's
somebody
stupid.
else's?
No. I have to make a new one though, because I'm putting a Google Echo Dot thingamahoozy in my daughter's bathroom, because I always want to listen to music. and they're like, "Can we bring our iPad?" And then I'm always nervous they're gonna like take nudie pictures or something, because isn't that what kids do now?
My brain went, I'm worried that they're gonna drop the iPad in the bathtub or something like that.
Oh no, they're safer than that. That's the thing, right? They're like real good. They hold those things like that and the school like things around it. Cases are like a nuclear bomb could blow up on it and it would be fine.
That was funny. The Circle of Life, yes, that the Lion King album is pretty legit. The Lion King album was also one of my first BMG purchases. It was in that first run.
What's BMG?
It was like Columbia House, where you got like 14 CDs for $1, and then you had to buy 3 CDs for $487.
Yeah. That's messed up how they do that. Jerks.
Oh, there's a great Vox or some other like news outlet that took a look back at like the scam that was.
Oh yeah. And there are ways to get around it too without having to pay, which I think is pretty fun.
The worst feeling was when you get that letter in the mail. And it was like, "Dearest Ryan, you have not fulfilled your obligation to the contract that you signed when you ordered 487 CDs for $1. We are now going to sue you and garnish your wages."
For $24 million. Wait, what? I just wanted a Christmas album. What the heck?
And then I tried to call 877 Cash Now, and they couldn't help me. So
I usually just called 877 Cars for Kids and tried to sell my parents' car.
I apparently didn't have a structured settlement, so
8777 Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. You're welcome, everybody.
I like how that popped in your head when I brought up J.G. Wentworth.
Well, it's because really obnoxious jingles, right? That get stuck in your head.
You mean
and, like, you'll never...
high-powered marketing tools.
Sure. I'm going to go with obnoxious-ass jingles. So here's the thing, right? So I'm looking... One of my favorite albums, honestly, is Move Along by the All-American Rejects, going way back. And it opens up with Dirty Little Secret. Then the third song is Move Along, It Ends Tonight, which are both great songs. But then there's Stab My Back, which isn't a great song. It's one of the least played songs on the album. So that does it, right? When you make so, if you were making an album, right, would you stack it or would you spread it out? Like,
oh, I think in the back in like the 90s, it was about getting it out at the front end.
Yeah,
but I mean, I always liked finding like the 9th song that's like, man, this song's really good. So I don't have a preference.
That was so rare, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, one of the big things was usually, I remember I bought Wyclef Jean's "The Carnival" because it had "Wantada Mera" on it, and I love that song. And that was literally the only good song on the album. And I was so mad.
No, Brendan, so sorry. If you have a structured settlement and you need cash now, call J.G. Wentworth, 877 Cash Now.
Good Charlotte's album, Good Charlotte, isn't terrible.
No.
It's Little Things and Waldorf Worldwide in the front. That's not horrible.
You lost me.
I'm just going through my punk list here.
You lost me a Good Charlotte.
That's whatever. You just hate me.
Apollo's here, checking with the Final Hour crew, saying, "Can we just name one album?"
Hello, FHC.
There's no rules, but said Coheed probably has a good one.
No rules.
Yeah, in 20 minutes before the show, we can't only decide what the hell we're going to talk about and also create some rules.
Yeah. Let's see, what is this?
I'm sorry, I'm out of
Noise.
bandwidth for that project.
Ooh. Let me see if I can hear this real quick. There's a band called Sugarcoat. They had an album called Start Static. I don't know when. I think the original came out like 2001. And their first one, You're the One, and Stuck in America, are 2 really good songs to start off the album. Stuck in America, lost in America. What's a really crappy band? See if they did it right.
Good
at
Charlotte.
least. Oh.
It's a 8:46 West Coast, 11:46 out on the East, 4:46 for those watching GMS in the afternoon.
Doodly-doo.
We did have a story from Ben Hooper earlier, and if you have it, you're welcome to read it. This is about pythons in Georgia.
Who doesn't love Python?
Don't you remember that song? That was a good one to open that well. Pythons in Georgia.
I believe that was written when Hulk Hogan played with whatchamacallit, when he played with Metallica, right?
Probably.
Pythons, brother. Oh, you want me to read it?
If you want
You
to,
want
if
them
you
to
have
read
it. It's a Ben
I mean, they
Hooper
can-
story.
They can read it. Everyone, let's read it. Let's read along. Do you guys like snakes? Well, me neither. And neither did this family, because a Georgia family whose dog raised a late-night ruckus in the backyard made a surprising discovery on the porch. Guess what it was? A Burmese python. Marietta resident Paul Hernandez said he woke up early Wednesday morning when his family's pet dog, Alaska, started to bark loudly on the back porch. I hear my dog barking, and I went outside, and there was something black on her bed that she usually sleeps on, and she was barking at it. Hernandez told WGCL TV. She looked like she was trying to not eat it, but she looked like she wouldn't leave it alone. Hernandez said he retrieved his phone from inside the house so he could use the flashlight to get a better look at the object. I turned it on, and it was a snake. It didn't look like a snake that I ever seen before, he said. Hernandez brought Alaska outside and waited for his father, Ben, to wake up at about 7 a.m. Is father a robot or a computer? The father and son went out to the backyard and discovered the snake now was slithering on a chair. When I saw her, I knew that she was a Burmese python because I knew them on TV shows, Ben Hernandez said. The family contacted Animal Control, which took custody of the snake and confirmed it was a Burmese python. Burmese pythons are not native to the United States, but a population has been established in the wild in Florida, where they're considered an invasive species. Animal Control officer said the snake was likely an escaped pet. Crazy.
Listen, I'm telling you, if I find that this black object that I had to go get my flashlight for turns out to be a python, I'm not sitting there waiting till the next morning to deal with it.
I just think it's funny that, like, is his dad on a timer? Like, why is it so hard? Just say, Dad, get up. There's a giant freaking snake in the backyard.
It's 8:50
It didn't say how big it was, did it?
No, but it's a python.
It could have been a tiny snake. All right.
I mean, how small can pythons be?
What if it was a little baby snake? It's a little
baby snake. Today was World Octopus Day. It probably still is, even after the show is over. Egg Day, International Podiatry Day, Pierogi Day, Vet Nurse Day.
Not veterinarian.
Nor is it Wet Nurse Day.
Okay, no,
International Off-Road Day, National Fluffernutter Day.
Ugh. What do you mean, ugh?
Ugh.
You don't like marshmallows?
I love marshmallows.
Well, then you should like Fluffernutter.
No, because it's like this paste. Just eat the marshmallow.
Okay.
It's like marshmallow sauce.
Do you like s'mores?
Yes.
You're basically eating a Fluffernutter then.
Basically, but it started out as a regular
just saying.
marshmallow. National Hero Day, which we sang Enrique earlier. But it's also American Touch Tag Day, which is important to remember because of our clip of the day, which is coming up very, very shortly.
Oh, gosh.
American Touch Tag Day. Touch Tag Day.
Touch tag.
As opposed to all those tags that don't require. Anyway, do you want to do the news? I mean, I just want to throw you in. Like, you're just like, wow, I got out of bed and we've been doing surgery. It's like, I'll read the news.
Well, I mean, I've been up since
No, you
6.
haven't. You just woke up. Don't give me that crap. So well rested.
No, we just got home about an hour ago from the hospital.
And
so Megan's resting comfortably on the couch.
To make sure, we all had our things yesterday. Of course, your wife had surgery. I had to go buy a car. Both of those things are like basically
get a
the
new
same
one?
thing. No, it's been quite the saga, which is why I was going to ask, is Megan doing okay?
She's great.
Great.
She, they cut open her bellies and stuff, and they pulled some things out, and they put some more things in. Actually, I didn't put anything in. It would have been fun if they put like a shoe in there or something.
Never know when you'll need it.
But yeah, I know, right? here, have another lung. So we're just laying around. But no, she's great. I'm really. So you didn't get a car?
No, and the tow truck will be to pick up my old car here in about now. So,
well, that's okay. We're having car love feelings then, because as I was driving to the hospital, my check engine light came on, so I had to bring my car to the shop. So that was cool.
no, you did that wrong. The check engine light is when it comes on. You're required to wait 4 to 6 months before you see what the heck is wrong with it. That's the only
That
thing.
would be cool, but it's a new car. So, however, when I was waiting for the tow truck, while I was waiting for the mechanic guy, I said, "Hey, did you know that there's some news out there?" And he was like, "What kind of news?" And I was like, "Well, let me tell you." The first of which was, I told him, I was like, "Hey, guy, the 6th season of Warzone has begun, and it will be the last on Verdansk." And he was like, "What? No way!" I said, "Yeah." I said, "This comes from Wesley LeBlanc from Game Informer. He said it's the last season, and after this season, it's gonna move to another map, probably because a new game's gonna come out." And he was like, "No way!" And I was like, "Yeah." So the original Shower Gulag is coming back, thank God, because the other one sucked. It does see a large shift in the Verdansk map layout thanks to some explosive charges that have triggered a devastating seismic event. So there's an earthquake, and that's really sad. Or if you want to be a real jerk, you can make it into your mom joke. Also, and then I was like, "Hey, mechanic guy, guess what else happened?" He's like, "What's up?" And I said, "Hey, dude, Best Buy is going to have Nintendo Switch OLEDs in stock tomorrow." And he's like, "How do you know?" And I said, "Taylor Lyles from IGN told me." And he's like, "Oh, for reals?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "The Nintendo Switch OLED model will release tomorrow. If you already own a Switch, it might not be worth the upgrade, though. But if you are looking to pick up the latest Switch model, Best Buy will have the console in stock tomorrow, according to its website." He was like, "What? No way." I said, "Yeah, if you want, Best Buy has a countdown timer to prepare for the release of the hybrid gaming console." And he was like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." And then we high-fived.
And that was, of course, this conversation you had with the mechanic yesterday, because that is, in fact, today.
Yep.
that
Yesterday.
they're available.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I can see into the future, though. It's fine. And then finally, he was like, "You know what I really like?" And I was like, "What?" And he said, "I really like Resident Evil." And I said, "What?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Did you know that the trailers arrived?" And he said, "No way." That's digital doc. That's exactly why I did it. I was like, "Man, no way." I said, "The first Resident Evil trailer has arrived. It's here." I said, "Sony Pictures Entertainment has released the first trailer for Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. And as you might expect, it features plenty of scares, rated R gore, and of course zombies." And he was like, "What? No way." And I said, "Yeah, it hits many of the beats of the first 2 Resident Evil games, including iconic locales like the Spencer Mansion, the RCPD, and more." And he was like, "What? No way." And I said, "Yes way." And he was like, "Yeah." We high-fived again. And then I said, "Hey, lastly, did you know that video games come out?" And he's like, "What? Where?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "On the Xbox One, Rain City came out." And he said, "What?" And I said, "Yeah, Night Reverie for the PC came out. Metroid Dread for the Switch came out. Tetris Effect Connected for the Switch came out. Lord of the Click 2 for Xbox One came out. Enigmatis 3, The Shadow of Karhala on the Switch came out. Bounty Bullets 2, also on the Switch. AAA Clock on the Switch. Medieval Tower Defense, guess what? It's on the Switch. Taroom, hey, maybe it's on the Switch. I don't really know, but it probably is. And then also Peace Death 2 is on the PC." And he's like, "Man, I think we need some more Switch games." And I said, "Okay, cool. The Adventures of Spunk Doctors and..." What?
Yeah.
The Adventures of Spunk Doctors and Dodgers and Splat also came out, also on the Switch." And he was like, "Yeah, that's so awesome." And I said, "Hey, did you know that was the name of the morning? It's the segment within a segment within a segment." He was like, "What? I love that part." And I said, "Okay, bye."
I think that was really well done. However, I was waiting for you to get to Spunk Doctors, because when that happened in the 6 o'clock hour, I'm like, what a day for Mike to miss.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Spunk
surprised you
Doctor,
haven't already purchased
masturbation.
it.
I mean, geez.
But you never ended up getting a Switch, correct?
No, I did not. I
Well,
got a VR headset.
You have a great opportunity, because today, Switch OLED is available at
That's
Best Buy.
crazy.
So, it's crazy. It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Here it is. In fact, it is the clip of the day.
Toot toot. Bad. And she didn't want to
I
bother.
picked the wrong clip of the day. I picked the wrong clip of the day. I found it on my phone, but I didn't replace it in the actual thing that plays it on the air. So now this is, in fact, the clip of the day. Of the day.
Toot toot.
That's like dumplings that have potatoes in them.
Mm-hmm.
That sound right?
Nailed it.
Vet Nurse Day, not Wet Nurse Day, but Vet Nurse Day. American Touch Tag Day. What other versions of tag are there?
Tag.
Oh, no.
You're it.
Damn it. What other versions of tag are there? Like, I know that you
No
play
tag packs.
freeze tag, but you still have to touch the
Sure.
person to freeze them.
Right.
Oh, I know.
Flashlight tag.
Okay, there you go. I was going to say, as opposed to dart tag, which is a very popular elementary school game, you just give every kid darts and shooters, and then...
You're it. Hey, wake up. Hey. Poke, poke.
I don't know what you mean. How'd you know the tow truck was here?
This is just a guess.
Good guess. It's funny. We actually imported our toot toots today, but it's the sound of a backup signal supplied by a tow
That's
truck.
why there was so much time to it. You know what my favorite version of tag is? You can only play it once though. It's toe tag.
Oh, Gonzo, laser tag. That's a better answer. Toe tag is death. Laser tag is fun. Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
future episode of Gaming Morning Show. Laser tag or paintball? Which one you got? All right. We're going to go over and say, because Kate came through very beginning of the show, had these wonderful looking dinosaur emojis. Unfortunately, I didn't get the name written down. So instead of going to the person from whom those emotes were from, we're going to go to Katiosaurus, because it also, that name has Saurus in it. See what I'm doing there? Okay. That sounded like a cow, but that's
The
okay.
dinosaur cow.
Oh, the old dinosaur cow. What is a takeaway that is pretty okay? So that's something you learned in the last 30 minutes, Mike.
I learned that no matter what, my hair will always be a topic of discussion when it makes an appearance.
It's so beautiful. It's
It's
not.
actually really disgusting right now.
As I say, it's not as beautiful as it's been in the past, but it's still wonderful hair, and I will enjoy it. So, did not realize what time it was. Already clip of the day. Yes, and if you ever do clip of the day on your show, make sure you replace it with that day's actual clip of the day before you get into the clip of the day sequence. That's an important.
And always
step.
make sure you use the backup tow truck noise instead of the toot toots because it works a lot better.
That is absolutely true. Let's see. Billy Thundergun Award winner today. Teammate of the match.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
Look, it's Mike O.
job.
Mike O stepped in and gave me 30 minutes of his time post-wife surgery.
I miss you so much. I had to come in.
It was so hard. I missed you so much.
Moist cabbage.
I learned, yep, damn it. I learned that coleslaw is also known as moist cabbage. That is what I order at KFC now, is moist cabbage. So, Chris's takeaway is that Ryan has strong, weird opinions about Reese's Pieces.
Is that really a take? Well, I guess yes, for the specifics, because Ryan has a lot of really strong opinions about lots of different food.
Man, when did food become my thing? I'd like to know that. Nope, there you go. The tow truck plays us off.
Clip of the day. The sign off of the day. Sign off of the day. Here it is. We're gonna sign off of the day. For
Please-
the day.
Please go say hi to Katiosaurus, who's in follower and subscriber only. So please hang out and wait if you can and say good morning from GMS. Apollo said, if it wasn't for y'all, I never would have known that Circa Survive is coming out with the new music. So I just want to say I appreciate y'all, and I'm glad I tuned in this morning. Let's go, Apollo! Happy birthday to Dandy Daydreamer. Please say good morning and happy birthday
Friday.
to Dandy if you see Dandy hanging around. And we will be back on Monday for more Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming,
PM.
Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Oh my gosh. Goodbye, everyone. It's been fun.
Toot toot.